see and hear
Now
from
we're
everybody?
rolling.
Yes,
Okay, good, good. Good to see and hear from everybody.
I
Fantastic.
know. It's been a
All
week.
right, so it has, it has. Um, picking up where we last were, you guys had managed to get inside of the kind of fenced off area of the citadel out in the wastes here in the prairies. And this was an area that was kind of open to trade, and you found some vendors, some folks that were willing to barter with you guys. Found out a little bit of information about the immediate surroundings, and in particular that there was a group of traders that had come through that had seen something, some kind of salvage or whatever, about 50 or 60 miles to the south, but they were like run off of their prospect site by a group of these bandits, and the bandits had kind of chased them up to the perimeter of the citadel, the literal red circle. They were picked up by the local protectors, the red circle power armor guys, and they brought them into the Bailey, where one of them was summarily executed by Ruth Gator Ginsburg, the justice czar of this particular area. So, kind of talking with the locals and with, Renzo and with Lieutenant Sanders, who was the gunman on the chicken run, you guys were able to kind of determine that a lot of these bandits, known as the Marrow Eaters, seem to work out of some kind of, base camp, or seem to be, headquartered southerly area, and then they've been raiding up into the area of the Citadel here. And I believe the team had decided to go ahead and make a statement by the best defense being offense, and going out and seeing if they could take out a couple of these bandits as well.
Yeah, let's kill some bandits.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys have had a chance to refill your canteens, top off your energy clips. Unfortunately, the glitter boy is kind of too specific for them to have ammunition, but you did find a technical person there who was able to kind of like polish armor, knock out some of the dents, and restore a little bit of MDC capacity to the armor, so you're still moving around again. And I believe Keys was able to upgrade his armor, get some sealed environmental armor, so now he's kind of protected from the elements and the radiations and poisons of the wasteland. And then we got some all crucial, aesthetically pleasing vibro swords to Razor 12, so now he can dual wield MDC weapons on top of his near MDC strength, and really make himself just a melee force out there on the battlefield.
I'm gonna troll them like Raver glow sticks.
Hell yeah, man. And I mean, just doing that in the corner to keep yourself entertained while your juicer ADD is just spinning. The rest of the crew is now kind of tasked with trying to figure out, I guess, where they want to go and what they want to do.
Right on.
So south is where we want to go, right?
Yes, that is what you've heard. The trader, the Northern Gun, the Red Wing Expedition guys over in this trailer over here, had mentioned that they had dealt with traders that had come from the south, and they had some, like, MDC materials and some kind of nice salvage, and they were basically out, salvaging and prospecting, and they found something down south, but they were a little bit too close to the bandits' badlands, and were immediately run off of their find by a raiding party. And luckily, they brought that raiding party close enough to the red circle where they got picked up and promptly got their brains blown out.
Rough spread.
Okay. So, boys, what do you guys want to do?
I want to kill some bandits.
Yeah, let's kill some bandits.
Nice.
I have a feeling
Find their hideouts.
they'll find us before we find them. So
Well, that's not
we
good.
should. Well, it could be good.
Something.
We could be trapping them. So we'll keep one alive and interrogate them. Maybe you could bring something through a portal and threaten to have it eat him if he doesn't tell us.
Sounds good
Something
to me.
that I think we should all have with us. Do we all have radios?
I've got my radio.
What about the rest of you?
I do not have a radio.
Yeah, I don't.
Just a
I might
voice
have
in his head. That's all he needs, brother. He's a sky pilot.
Yeah.
I think in my new goggles, I have a little radio. Yeah,
Do you?
Okay.
yeah.
If you need to pick, they have a basic kind of receiver transmitter, set that you can either wear as a watch or as attach it to your headset or your existing goggles, your tech goggles, for
Okay.
500 credits in trade if you don't have one now.
Okay.
Well,
Should we get it?
if we don't get that, if you guys don't get that, then we should at least be in two groups. One with the Glitter Boy, who does have his built-in radio, and one with me, where I've got the radio in my pack.
Yeah, because out there we might need to change tactics. I have a tendency to lag behind, but I think we might be able to use that to our advantage, as my gun is better at long range. But if I start firing, you guys need to know so you hit the deck and don't get deafened like before.
What?
Yeah.
That loud boomstick is loud.
Yeah, it is. Again, it's got about a 300-foot radius around him where the will literally deafen you and will like affect your ears and your equilibrium and give your guys penalties. So when you're deploying that big old stick, make sure you remember that sometimes it's just the tin needed.
And no
There's
matter.
earplugs to be bought around here.
I punched someone's brains out of their skull anyway, so it didn't matter so much.
Yeah, if it hits anything that isn't a hardened target, man, it's probably getting mulched. So got to keep that in mind too.
Yeah.
Because there's
Right,
earplugs
so,
around here to be bought either.
There isn't earplugs. You would probably need like ear protection. They might have some like that because they do use the orgs that they kind of capture or conscript, but not really concerned about hearing protection when they've got them, toiling day and go. You might get protection, you might not, if you want to stick around and wait for someone who might have some for trade.
I'll just
Well,
keep my distance.
If it's gonna take like more than a day, I probably won't stick around to look for that. But I guess
Yeah,
I'm probably ready to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're totally insulated from the effects of the sound because you're inside of the Glitter Boy, so it's perfectly insulated from the sound and has like dampers and all that stuff, so it doesn't affect you. Just outside, because literally they're in the blast radius of the cannon. That's why they get affected by it.
Yeah,
But if they're in
for my teammates, just so they don't get like fucked up when I fire my gun.
in maybe a more established settlement or a settlement with some more technology, you might be able to find something like that. For those of you who have, bionics or augmentation, there might be a way to add that. For you kind of magic users or more psychic-y folks, there might be some kind of magic equipment that you can wear or have created that works as a sound dampening area effect for you. So
Well, there's still also
there's some options.
the issue. There's still also the issue of the sonic boom blasting us, a few hundred feet away.
Yeah, it's about 300 feet or so. So it'll the area effect where it would literally give you like game affecting negatives, and then beyond that, it's more just like it's super loud, shakes a bunch of windows, scares all the animals,
Well,
but it
doesn't it
wouldn't
like
have
actually
things
like doesn't it actually blast you away?
Not really. It it's more like the shock wave is going to bust your eardrums, so you get like this huge negative to your initiative because your head is ringing, and then because your equilibrium is off, you get negatives to your strikes, parries, and a lot of your attack bonuses. You either get halved
Okay.
or they get affected. And then if things
Well,
are
that's good.
SDC, right? If there's SDC stuff around you, like windows or cars or any, fleshy people, if the DM wants to be a prick, I can use the physics against you and say that, pressed air is causing a blast wave. Or if it's more of a narrative thing, you walk into a town that's all fucking huts and you fire off your cannon and you're literally going to blow them down like the big bad wolf. So it just kind of it gives you a little bit of leeway to play with the description, but it's mostly you being near it is like a howitzer going off. So you're just shell shocked
Mm.
by the sound, and you're just hearing ringing, but all of the destructive wave is going out the barrel. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Makes sense to
Yeah,
me.
totally makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, so my I was looking for my optics band, so it doesn't have a radio in there. It's more for short range infrared and violet optics. So like
Okay.
200 feet. So I do need like some sort of a headset.
Yeah, they have these kind of essentially high strength walkie talkies. They'll have a range of we'll say like 16 miles. And they have a couple bands. They have no encryptions. These are just broadcasting over the air, but you have a way to communicate.
Is there anybody that could possibly do a modification to my headset to put one in there?
Yeah. Dude is willing to slap that on for you guys. It's really no problem at all. He's
All right.
using this world's equivalent of duct tape to a side of the band. So not aesthetically, but it's definitely functional.
All right, cool. As long as it's black duct tape.
Huh?
No, it's going to be that neon pink stuff for DIY people. That's got little rainbow
Oh.
kittens on it. No, it's going to be like carbon fiber. It's going to look like carbon fiber kind of material. Some kind of nano materials that are cross-hatched to be extremely strong, and then you just kind of wraps it so it attaches to your headset there.
Okay, beggars can't be choosers, so I'll take it.
Yep, but you got to part yourself with 500 black market items. You got to trade him that one cool Yu-Gi-Oh card you've been hanging on to.
I have a Black Lotus right here.
There you go. So you trade him that sucker, and you get yourself a cool addition to your headset. And then who else did
So
have
how
a
much is
radio?
that?
I didn't have a
500
radio
credits.
either, but I'll take one.
Okay, same thing.
Okay,
You need
so
to trade 500 credits worth of sweet Louisiana moonshine made out of gator tears
Little
and
crawdads.
and little crawdads. Yeah, fermented crawdads in the bottom of the bottle there.
Yes.
And then they're willing to trade you for another, like just kind of a handheld walkie-talkie. Same stats. It's got a 16-mile range, no encryptions, but you can, go across all the regular radio bands.
Right on.
So is this considered shortwave radio?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think in the book it might even have a stat or something like that, but I don't know.
Okay.
Kill something for that shit.
Okay. We'll be fairly close by to one another to talk, so. Okay, cool.
Now be a couple apart,
So you cut out like crazy. I couldn't hear you.
Ooh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you could be a couple miles apart.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. So, your canteen stuff, tenants paid for, some gasoline for you guys in addition to the stuff that you stole and scavenged off of the bandits, and you guys are about as prepared as you're gonna be. Granted, you don't have all the armor topped off on the Glitter Boy, but it's still a relatively tough customer on its own.
Yeah, not
Cool.
much to worry about there.
Hell yeah. Oh, was I able to repair some of my armor? Because I took some damage to it. Like
Same thing.
4, I think.
The same tech. It would cost you, we'll say 400 credits in a trade, and then the same
Okay.
tech is basically able to use an MDC ball peen hammer and some plasma torches and kind of reshape and patch up of your armor. But you're wearing like MDC lacrosse pads, whereas everyone else is wearing kind of like full body plate suits. You know what I mean?
All right, I want to look like humongous.
Well,
Yeah, like Wex. You look like the war dog with the assless chaps and the mohawk and the armor. Yeah.
We go in, we
kill him. Yep. It's awesome. And it's
So,
it sucks that they like dubbed Vernon Wells' voice because his real voice is cool, but they didn't like
It is
I
cool.
guess.
So I had my main chest has 45, so I went down to 41. So bring it back up to 45.
Yeah. And so
And
literally,
that costs
he
what?
got that cost 400 credits in trade.
Okay, black market.
Not cheap. Black market, buddy. No one out here is using Republic credits. No good out here. Only money. And so you've got to come up
Okay.
with either trade in goods or trade in services. So if you want to ask him, maybe what $400 in credits might.
Oh shit, you cut out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you could also trade like 400 credits in work. Maybe there's some service you could provide him, or you could offer. You never know.
I'm afraid to ask what 400 credits, black market credits, and services requires.
Ugh.
Anything you want.
oh, oh boy.
Happy ending.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
Wandara?
just give you my. I
And
have
he's a
another black
10-figure
list. Here you
alien,
go.
man. He's got like 8 fingers on each hand, so who knows what kind of endings you got to do to get him happy, brother.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, I'll just give
or
you
you
my.
could give him a trade.
Oh, here I got this Stone Cold Said So VHS tape from 1997. You could have this.
Absolutely right. The Attitude Era, easily worth 500 credits, my friend. No problem at all.
Excellent.
All right.
Nice. So he takes what was an MDC cola dispenser and kind of cuts a piece of the metal out and patches it, so you've got like Nuka Cola, kind of welded on where your armor had a hole in it there. So it still fully functions, but now it's got a patchwork of metal on it.
All right. Cool. All right.
All right.
So, what should we do, boys? Do you guys need
We hit
anything
the
else?
road.
I was thinking of scouting ahead on the hover cycle, maybe with you if you want to come with me, and we can try to look for places where these motherfuckers might be hiding out. Like
Who's you?
you,
Oh, me. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, Razor
I
12,
see
you.
four of us.
the
So,
other
I
guy
see it.
with a hover cycle.
All right. Let's do it.
But have you ridden one of these before? Because I'm kind of experienced in this. I don't want you to get lost out there and stuck.
I could fiddle with it and see if I could. Unless you just want to drive.
Probably gonna have to lean back a little bit. It's hard for me to keep up with this armor.
Well, that's what I'm saying is if we go ahead just to scout out, bail out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we see anything. Now that when we encountered them the first time, they were coming out of some kind of light brush, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
One
that's
of-
their
do any
tactic.
of you guys have a detect concealment skill?
Detect concealment.
I don't think I
That's
do.
going to be crucial if you're going to have somebody out there looking for ambushes or detect ambush. And that's literally, skill or
I have
ability
it.
to kind of
Like ambush. I
look
got it.
around
I got it.
for, armored individuals or mounds that seem to be camouflage or natural bottlenecks that seem to be points that would be, attack points.
I do.
So it sounds like Razor 12 has that.
Yeah, at
Okay.
35% though. But I mean something.
Hey,
maybe
better
we'll
than the
do-
U.S. Army in Vietnam.
Ah, they're in the trees.
All right,
Cool.
so maybe
Shoot the tree!
we'll have
All right, let's-
Razor 12. If you want to jump on with me, you can be on the lookout while I navigate.
I like it.
Oh, by all means, let's do it.
All right, great. And we'll leave your cycle back here with we'll leave it here with Komodo and what do you call it again? Muskrat?
Yeah, muskrat tombs.
Mr. Toombs. Let's hope that we put some of our enemies there.
All right, let's
Awesome.
go.
All right, I like it.
All right.
All right, so you guys are basically able to get your weapons from the concierge as you're leaving. The kind of dog boy, doorman. He basically sniffs out, any ne'er do wells and stuff that come through the outer bailey. He kind of gives you guys a solemn nod as you're heading out into the waste. Good luck out there. Try to make it back in one piece.
I'll be right back. I say in character and also out of character as I have to go grab my dice.
No,
No problem.
Okay, now
Meanwhile,
will that guy have been able to make that staff for me yet, or am I just working with my cryo shotgun?
the fellow with the overbite teeth, the kind of like mutant beaver man, he's been thinking about it, and again, he doesn't necessarily like want to make a summoning item, as it's sort of like against what's going to keep his village safe. But he recognizes that your unique situation, you're kind of doing some stuff to help him out. So what he's agreed to do is he's going to research it. And he's going to find out, your bill of materials. He's going to find out the doability and kind of do some of the spell research for you. And then, give him 3 or 4 days, because this is outside his range of speciality. He's a guy who makes sidearms. He's a guy who makes, defensive stuff for the wastes. And you're asking for like some very specific, like casting type techno wizardry. So he's up for it because of the challenge and because you guys are helping out the Citadel, but it's going to take him time.
Okay.
And I'm guessing the special sword they're making for me is going to also take a little while too.
They've got to basically melt down MDC material in order to forge it, so you can imagine that shit's difficult.
Yeah, like that's kind of what I expected. It would probably take like several days, if not like a week or two.
It'll take a few days. It'll take a few days. I'll roll some dice to determine it, but same thing. Like, get yourself back there in one piece, and Lieutenant Sanders, because of your help to the Citadel, is more than willing to help you with foot the bill for that. And just so you guys know, probably through kind of hanging out, you would have found out that no one goes into the Citadel. It's completely sealed off from the waste. They only allow this trading in the outer bailey, so they need their materials to like keep their village kind of functioning. They're able to make fresh water. They're able to kind of subsist off of the other stuff that they're able to farm and cultivate around them, but they still have to bring in things. So you guys brought in or supported returning a load of like laying hens, which will allow them to now have chickens and eggs in their enclave, and it will allow them another level of sustainability and basically improve their quality of life. Just this, wagon full of chickens. So it's worth a vast fortune, to them.
Hey, Lieutenant Sanders boy, do you want to come out and scout with us since you know the lay of the land?
I can give you a little bit of info. The only thing I can really give you is this, and he like produces a folded white cloth from under his poncho, and he's like, this is the peace colors when you go across the native land. As you leave the Citadel and head anything beyond about half a tank of gas, you're going to be across the native territories, and the bandits don't pay them the proper respect, so they have their own problems. But the people from the Citadel, we do. So you fly this, and they'll leave you alone, and you unfurl it, and it's sort of like a white peace flag, and it has like the Citadel symbol in one kind of corner, and then the main body of the flag, basically like a stylized version of the Big Dipper, and it's like a peace symbol. So you hold that out, and they won't ideally scalp you.
Ideally.
So, is it on a stick, or is it just something I have to like wave when we?
Flag. So you would attach it to your vehicle. You could attach it to a stick. You could, wrapping it around the barrel of your gun might not be perceived very well, but you get the idea that you can play this.
Okay. Cool. So I'll make sure I'll put it in my pocket.
Okay.
All right. So I
It's
got
like,
the
other
peace
than
flag.
that, like going out of the Citadel is sort of something that we don't really advise. His capacity is to get supplies to the Citadel. So if that means going out to the chicken farm, or waiting for the weather to clear up and trying to brave a trip into Kingsdale, that's what he does. But other than that, he doesn't really leave the Citadel.
Okay. Cool. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Do it.
I reckon.
Cool.
So
All right, so you guys are able to pack
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you guys are able to exit the outer bailey, and you head back to where your vehicles are kind of cordoned off. The tech is finished polishing up the glitter boy as much as he can, and Komodo is able to hit the key fob and open the glitter boy, kind of cocoon, and he's able to enter and begin to kind of punch himself in and fire up all the converters. The hover vehicles that are out there, you guys are, you've noticed that they don't seem to be molested. You've got the containers of fuel that you were promised, it's kind of dropped off right there as well.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So I'll fuel up.
All right.
And I'll say any surprises that you people have that I should know about before we get into a.
Well, I can relay to you what he told me, what Lieutenant Sanders boy told me. He said that if we get to about half fuel, we're going to be in the natives' land, and so he gave us this flag to wave to let them know we mean no harm. It's a peace flag. So once we get about halfway tank, we can either turn back or, hopefully we can find more fuel out there.
That makes sense. If we kill some of those raiders, we might just be able to take some of their gas.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're going to be driving, correct, Keys?
Yep, 100%.
Okay. And then you're going to be like hanging on the back, but you're going to be using your multi-optics band to like scout around, correct, Razor?
Well, I do have a bitch seat.
Exactly.
Like, it actually does come with one, so it's not like he's just
Okay.
like hanging on for dear life.
Okay.
Okay. So good to know, because were that the case, I was going to give you a negative to drive, and I was going to give him a negative to see. But since there is space for you guys to work, that won't be the case. So instead, what I like to do is I'm just going to assume that you can, handle the vehicle. We won't make you make like a piloting check, but give me a land navigation check.
Absolutely.
And then Razor 12, why don't you give me a detect ambush or detect concealment, whichever one you have. Give me a check on that.
Okay. Do I have detect? I don't have that concealment. Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll say, before I go, I'm gonna point to I'm gonna get on the radio with Glitter Boy and with Muskrat. Well, really to
Okay.
Glitter Boy, and he can relate to Muskrat. And I'll just say, all right, look, we're going this way, and I'm gonna kind of point straight out south. Is there a road down that way as well?
Unfortunately, no. It's all super overgrown, just prairie. If there was a road, it's gone 300 years.
I failed my check.
How far can we see?
So
You're cutting out.
it's essentially. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's essentially, to the horizon. There aren't really any large obstructions or so that you can see. So you have a vision of about 9 or 10 miles straight out before just the haze and the heat and everything kind of distort everything beyond your visual abilities. If you use optics, you can see to the limit of your optics, right? And then it at the same token, it's almost like a trackless sea, right? Where if you don't have any landmarks, you just kind of have the sun. It's real easy for you to sort of slide off of target.
Right. So what I'll do is
Relatively.
I'll say, you guys have mileometers, speedometers,
Mhm.
odometers. I'm
Glitter
gonna
Boy
point
has
that
fucking
way.
radar. The Glitter Boy has a surface level radar, so he's able to track targets away from him by emitting radar pings.
Oh, okay. So I'll
I'd
say
be doing that. I'd probably be using my radar, see if I see anything.
How far does it emit it?
That's a good question. Give me just a second.
Okay.
because I got a radar sensor.
Standard
works
for
out
all
to about
power
9.
armor. Right. So that one is, it's a needle, and it just pings when you're being hit.
Right.
See?
Travis's is like a functioning radar suite where he can tell things like if he makes his read sensory equipment roll, he can tell things like maybe it's rough size, its trajectory, cross section. He can kind of tell, is it a flying vehicle? Is it power armor? Stuff like that. He's got a lot more sensitivity with his equipment here. Where
Well,
the
my thought
fuck
was
is this
this:
thing?
if if we fly off, what'll happen is if I can sense his radar, I'll know when we're a mile away from them because it'll stop pinging me. And then when we
Gotcha.
get back in their range, it might start pinging again. So it might
Absolutely,
give us
that
a
would work.
little heads up.
Absolutely, that would work. Optical systems. It says here you have full optical system, laser resistant armor. Ah, crap, it's not here. I have to find the power armor section. But yeah, keep going though.
Oh yeah. So just gonna say, so my thought, boys, is basically if we travel. Well, how far did they say that it was? They said half a tank of gas. Did they translate that into miles?
Yeah. So for that, it could be probably about 150 miles or so is going to be the distance.
Okay, so I'll say, all right, boys. When your odometer goes up by 100 miles straight south, that's when we'll meet back up if we don't see anything beforehand.
That's pretty far out. Yeah. Hopefully, we don't have to go that far out.
Right, but just in case, it's why don't we check in at 50 miles? Is how far did you say our radio goes? Regular radio?
Your
16
basic
miles,
ham radio
right?
is going to go 16 miles.
15
Yeah.
miles.
Okay, why don't we? All right, how about this? Let's check in every 16 miles then. Seems
Sounds
reasonable.
good to me. I'm easy.
And that's a little outside. If I'm on the hover bike and I go up, will that increase my my visual range? Like, oh, I can see them way back there, 16 miles away. It's just a trail of smoke.
Diagram says that it's fucking supposed to, right? Because that hypotenuse would be longer than the distance. But I'm going to say that math like that doesn't exist in the apocalypse anymore. Um, how high up can you go? How high up? If you boost, if you like kind of rev your hover engine, sort of tilt her back, pop a hover wheelie, and shoot straight up, can you look at the stats on your hover bike and tell me how high up you can go? I'm putting into the chat here what the capabilities of the power armor.
You mentioned.
Give me just a second.
Let me see here. Based on last time.
And this is for you, Komodo, in the chat. This is what your Glitter Boy has, its stock suite of material and equipment.
Okay, looks like I have quite a bit to work with here.
And I believe you have like a surface radar that should go out pretty far, like almost 70 miles, maybe? Something
40
really far?
miles or 64 kilometers. To track up to
What the
72
fuck is a
targets
kilometer?
simultaneously.
72?
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
What are you
I
speaking
hate
of that?
kilometers. We're American.
Yeah. How many eagles per nuclear bomb is that? God damn it.
So kilometers. A kilometer is approximately a half mile, 0.621.
No, I
Yeah.
literally don't care. I will never ever fucking care.
Looks like I got a laser targeting system. I got radio communication, complete environmental battle armor.
Ace.
Well, but also I was just saying, based on what we just determined last time, Alex, that my hover cycle can go up 80 feet.
Okay. So I'll allow you to do, you have to make a roll for it, but you can do like a power stunt where you'll kind of shoot yourself up in the air, and then at that higher point of view, like you would be up, like 4 stories,
Uh-oh.
right? You could look around. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
Cool.
so
It lost video on my side for a second.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for for that, I'm gonna do that very sparingly because it also makes me very easy to see.
Correct.
So for the
You
most
gotta
part,
imagine.
I'm gonna be hugging the ground
Okay.
to try to avoid detection, but also looking for areas like, oh, there's like a little mound over there. There's a pocket of trees, things like that. Rivers, if they exist anymore.
Navigation, land navigation.
Land nav.
One.
That
You have
is
land nav.
50 on the dot, and I have 50 in the skill.
So you're able to maintain yourself on course without drifting too far, and you're able to track, basically directly south. As you're doing that, though, Razor 12 is kind of looking around for, ambushes and stuff, and I believe he failed his roll. He doesn't
I
see
did.
anything as he's rolling around.
Oh, great.
Would there be a roll I can make with a kind of a penalty to attempt to do the similar thing?
Do you have detect concealment or detect ambush?
Let me see if I have something that may be relevant. Maybe the most relevant I've got wild survival, and
Yeah.
I've got streetwise.
No, unfortunately, those are basically, can you drink your piss or can you piss over here in a city? And those are basically what those two skills are going to work out for.
Could I, with a reasonable element for wild survival, look for signs of habitation? Like, here's a little
Yeah,
hut.
sure. No, absolutely. You would notice like a large structure. What Razor 12 is looking for is like literally VC in the tree line. So like how you guys are looking is entirely different. So
Right.
go ahead and give me a roll, like 20-sided dice, and roll a perception check. So you're trying to perceive, is there any shit out there? Razor 12 is
Let's
literally
see.
looking like, is that rock a sniper? Is that clump of tumbleweeds possibly a monster? Like he's looking at things
Right.
entirely differently.
So I got a 12.
Okay, so you don't see any large structures, but you do see what seems to be kind of a patch of blackened prairie grasses where maybe there was a fire or maybe there was
Ooh.
something very hot. As you're noticing that, Komodo, can you give me a sensory equipment roll?
Sure. I'm guessing also the map would look a little bit different now.
It might, but I don't have one because you guys got here too fast. So simmer
No worries.
down, champ.
Sensory equipment. That's D100, right?
Yes. You
That is
guys
going to
moving so
be a
fast.
19. And my
Oh,
sensory
that's not bad.
equipment is 40.
So you notice that you get a ping on your radar. And just based off of, what you're able to tell, it's like, well, it's too large to be a bird, but it's definitely airborne.
Say, boys, we got
It's
some
too
hostiles
keys.
up in the
So
air.
you think it's something else.
So I look around. I look up all around me as best I can.
Sure. Sure. Give me a perception
Wait.
check as well.
Okay, D20.
20-sided dice there, Razor.
2.
D20, sir, yes.
2.
All right. Really notice much of, beautiful cloudy morning or cloudy afternoon, morning. What time of day did you guys roll out, by the way?
It was later in the same day, right?
I think so. That's fine. So yeah, we'll say it's evening, heading towards sunset. That should be good.
Oh boy.
Hopefully I got some gear for that. I got my radar detector. I got the field radio.
And a flashlight.
Flashlight? That we must, yeah.
I think some of you guys might not have it. If not, I'm pretty sure your ability to like generate fire whenever you want is crucial for that.
I would
How many
also
miles?
imagine that the hover cycle probably also has like headlights.
I would assume that it's got to have some kind of headlights or running lights or something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I hope.
How many
Let
miles
me
have we
drop
gone?
you guys.
Oh shit.
At this point, we'll say that you guys have gone about between 50 or 60 miles.
So I'll bring the hover bike low. Almost to like almost parked basically, and
Okay.
I'll say I'm gonna radio back into them. What's the position of this hostile?
I believe it's up in the air. I'm not entirely sure it is a hostile, but there shouldn't be anything moving out here that's friendly.
How big?
Would I know how big it was from the radar?
From the cross section, you know that it's large enough to be confused for being like a hover cycle. It's bigger than a bird.
Size of a hover cycle.
What the fuck? So I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna turn. I'm gonna get almost all the way to the ground. Turn off my headlights. And how loud is a hover cycle while idling?
It makes some noise. It's not as because of the modern technologies and stuff. It's not as loud as like the salvage combustion engine, but it's still pretty loud. When you rev it up and the jets are going, that's when it's loudest though. So if you
Okay, so
get
if it's
within,
almost on the ground, it's pretty silent.
if it's almost on the ground, yeah, compared to the wind kind of whipping across the top of a prairie, it would be almost almost quiet, almost invisible.
Oh, boy.
Great. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna turn to Razor 12 behind me. All right, let's just get our bearings and listen.
Is there a? Do we see any sort of trees or like a forest or anything to like hide behind? No, nothing out in
Not
the
at all,
open.
man. It is out in the open,
Desert.
totally just moonscape. Not desert, it's all prairie. It's all grass about
Okay,
as
okay.
tall as your
Oh,
knees.
that's cool. Okay. Do we know how far out we are now from the camp?
So you guys are about, 50 to 60 miles away from the camp.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Oh,
And what happens is I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna say, "Give me a moment. Just look out there. I'm gonna concentrate."
so
And
can we just stop for a moment and listen?
Sure.
Razor 12,
Okay.
can your goggles be used to kind of assess what's going on with that?
Only up to 200. Only up to 200 feet.
Okay.
So,
so I'm using a power. Sense
Okay.
fire. So I can sense a burning fire. Let's see. Sensing for a burning fire will cover 800-foot radius plus 100 per level. So 900 feet. It requires 15 seconds of preparatory concentration. Like impressions being in tune to the fire last for 4 minutes. So I can keep tracking the fire by doing things like, oh no, it's getting close or it's spreading. And it costs 2 ISP. So I'm going to spend those.
And wait a second, so I can try to understand this entirely. So you're trying to just sense, is there a fire within 900 feet of you?
So yeah, basically my thought here is if whatever is being used is using a combustion engine, it will, whatever this thing is, if it is non-living, it would probably be using a combustion engine if it's something like a hover cycle or
I
conventional.
gotcha. I gotcha. You would also know that there are electric and nuclear sources. So if it had an
Absolutely.
electric propulsion, you might not notice it. If it had a nuclear source, you might not notice it. But also, just to be kind of a shit, if it was using any kind of thruster or like, fire heated air, right? Would that quantify as fire for you to sense? So
Absolutely.
I'll go ahead and say, yeah,
Because
like you
it
would,
says
if
a
it had a
fire-
tailed fire, you would be able to sense it with your powers. I'll
It
go
says
ahead and say
I
that.
can sense as small as a lit candle.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, okay.
There's
So I'm
also
just gonna
another.
open my mind.
Open your
My little third
mind.
eye starts glowing, and I open my mind to the flame
I like it.
within
Okay.
900 feet.
If it's in within 900 feet. Gotcha. Okay.
But it lasts for 4 minutes, so I can be like, we're getting closer if it's close or not.
You mentioned there is another possibility. This could be something big and scaly, something like a dragon or something like that.
Mm.
If it's a dragon, if it makes fire, hopefully I can see it.
Rock or
If
something
it's a
like
dragon,
that.
I'm gonna poop my pants.
If it is a dragon, it's probably
Essentially
not a
playing in
full-grown
character
one.
right there. That is truly playing in character. If it is a
Mhm.
dragon, I'm going to fucking poop my pants.
How tough are the dragons in this game?
The fucking worst thing you're gonna run into, man. You don't want to run into a
All
fucking
right,
dragon
yeah,
ever.
dragon is usually really bad news.
It is.
so.
You're gonna have a bad time. Okay. It's not gonna be fun.
Look, I speak Dragonese. It'll be
Yeah,
okay.
their language is like the base language of Elven in this setting. And the same thing, they're like creatures of, pure magic, and not only are they physically tough, but then they have this like incredible magical abilities. So some of them are like, Shenron level where they're just these like elemental powers, and then others are like hatchlings where they're small and maybe squishier, but they're also out to like, you know, explore the world and get into fucking trouble. So they have
This will fuck
these
you up.
incredible powers and abilities, and they're just out there looking to ruin your day.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it can be a bummer. It'd be an entire bummer.
Like I said, I only saw what I saw on my radar. It's as big as a hover cycle and it's in the air, which means it's probably a hover cycle, but it could just be something big with wings.
Can you tell how high in the air?
Is my radar still picking it up?
Yeah, your radar's still picking it up, so it's probably about a mile or two above you guys.
Oh,
Two above us.
so can I look directly above me?
Sure. And you
Okay.
just see, clouds and the blinding sun over the blue rift sky.
Yeah. All right. Well,
You see, wait, you said there's no clouds?
There's like light clouds, yeah.
all right. So you can't hear you don't sense any fire, huh?
What?
You don't
It's
sense
farther
any
than his ability
fire.
to sense currently.
Wait, what?
If there's a dragon, I'm gonna jump on it and tame it.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So something.
Watch me.
Now remember, look, these guys can turn invisible. So, is it possible that their base is some kind of invisible flying ship? And also, would I know, Alex, with based on how hover cycles work, if you do like a high altitude fucking leap with a hover cycle, will it recover if it hits the ground?
From that height, hover cycles wouldn't work. Your experiences, even the most tricked out, stunted ones driven by some of your best pro racer drivers, are only going to get up about 300, 400 feet up in the air. Then landing that thing is, an X Games trick. More than likely, you're coming down with so much inertia, you're going to overwhelm the jets, and you're just a fucking meteor. So there are separate type flying vehicles, sky cycles, that generally fly at these higher altitudes, and that's essentially like a Star Warsian kind of thing, where it is jet powered or anti-grav powered, and they usually fly at much higher speeds at a much higher altitude, and they're usually military level, like the coalition has it, or very powerful magic users who have like a techno wizard device that allows them to fly, things
Right.
like that.
Interesting. Okay. So, all right, look, we can't. I'll say is the
Hold on
rest
a
of you guys.
second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I thought for just a second. You were asking about the Brookhill, though, also, right? The guy who turned invisible. Muskrat now is sort of familiar with what they are. Can you give me a demon lore check, Muskrat?
Yes. Let's see. A D100. 21 plus where's my thing? I think my
That's nothing.
D1
You're trying to roll your skill.
What's that?
21's great.
Yes, yeah. Plus I think I have like 35. Let me see here. Where is it?
It'd be better than that.
Oh no, 59.
Yes. So you're order 59. So wait a minute. You know that Broadkill, they can turn. They've never been known as like a crafting or a technical race. If anything, they're just bigger, stronger, burlier trolls. They're kind of subdemon creatures.
Okay.
They don't have any layers or anything that turn invisible. It's just sort of it's almost like an instinct power that they have to be predators, or when they're outmatched, to run away.
Okay. So common sense.
Mhm.
Right on.
So the Broodkill wouldn't have an invisible base or anything like that. You seem to be seeing something that is above your guys' heads.
Now would this be that was Malredos?
That's the name of the bandits.
say?
I mean, this thing might be a bandit, but it's way up there to be a bandit.
Hey, Burster Boy, Fire Boy, let's just keep driving, dude.
Yeah, let's go.
You want to investigate this structure at all?
Well, oh, I see what you're saying. You know, all right, let's. You know what? You're tracking us, right? Right, Glitter Boy.
Yeah.
All right, look. So there's a patch of dirt, burnt grass around here. If I go over by that, I may be able to get some impressions off of the ash there. But could you tell us if our position ends up directly below the object?
I'll keep you posted.
So I'll turn on the hover cycle.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm gonna start to move us towards that patch of dirt, patch of ashy stuff.
Sure.
Whoa,
All right.
slow down when taking off. Almost fell off.
As you're moving along, give me another sensory or equipment sensory equipment check, Mr. Komodo.
Right. Ooh, that's not good. That's 100.
Shoot.
Hmm.
It kind of fuzzes out, and you just start getting like some, weird interference. And for a split second, you're watching a juicer football for a second, or juicer Spanish soccer, and you have to kind of like thunk your head a couple times to get the signal to come back.
I'm getting some kind of interference.
It's Chivas playing. Yes, exactly. That's right. Fucking Chivas playing. All right. So in that split second that you're kind of not able to notice something, Razor 12 and uh, Keys, both of you give me a perception check. Roll a 20-sided dice.
All right.
12.
God damn it, fucking roll. 18.
Okay, who got the 12?
Wah.
Keys? Okay. So you're trucking right along, and you see the burnt patch seems to be a little bit clearer in front of you, but you're not you don't have the super tightest of vision, but you think you can actually clearly see it, and it does look kind of like an area where the grass was burned, or something extremely warm was there enough to like damage it. Razor 12, you can kind of look over Key's shoulder, and you see it as well, and you see what seems to be kind of like I don't know, a large mound of something in the middle, almost like a large dead animal. And then as you're looking around and you're, kind of hyped up juicer, ADD way, you also happen to kind of glance up, and you see what seems to be kind of like a large vulture or buzzard type, looking bird. but it seems to be getting larger and larger as you're looking at it very rapidly, like it's descending down on
Oh,
you. And in the blink of an eye,
oh,
you see this thing is about 25 feet long in wingspan, and it is a giant kind of pterodactyl looking creature that comes swooping down on you. Give me a minute to throw a
Look.
picture in the chat
oh,
and
God.
Look.
give you a second. And
You guys see anything?
It's a pyrodactyl.
It's a goddamn pyrodactyl.
Which
let me
chat
find
is that getting
Pterodactyl?
thrown in?
It's a
General?
goddamn pyrodactyl.
General? Okay.
Where is the shit? Oh my gosh, where is
Oh,
it?
okay. So it just
I
hasn't
hope
gone
I have
there
its
yet.
picture. I don't have it here yet. Yeah, I'm trying to find it, and it is.
Does it
Where
look
is
like
he?
a
All right, I gotta
pelican
let me make another one.
with armor?
Let me make another one. I have a picture of it here. It's just I thought I had grabbed it, and I apparently did not. So let me grab another one here.
Oh, it's in gaming, I guess.
I mean, but yes,
Or-
it's essentially think of a pterodactyl, right? Just to have a visual for now.
oh boy.
I'll grab this image, and then you guys roll some initiatives,
Oh,
and then we're gonna take just a quick second, little old breaky poo before we get into the combat
yeah.
because
I gotta
I
pee.
need to
Alright.
crack a beer
Sounds good.
and smoke a little bit more weed. But here's what
All
this
right.
thing looks like.
Understandable.
And then everybody roll your initiatives, and when we come back after a quick 5 minute, we'll
That's
get
a
into it.
D20,
Right?
right?
Here.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Initiative is going to be your D20, and here's what
17.
this
All right.
18.
mother looks like.
Well, you're not in combat. Only
Oh no!
me and,
Everyone needs to roll. Everyone needs
well,
to roll
everybody.
because even though they're not in combat, they're going to be on the radio. They're going to be able to respond.
Okay.
So I want them to be able to take actions or to be able to influence what's going on in the combat because literally they're going to be hearing you guys over the radio,
You're going,
and oh fuck, what do we do? Right. They're
So
going to
I
hear
got
all the yelling.
17 plus 4, so 21.
Hold your numbers. Hold your numbers. Everyone, hold on to
Okay.
your numbers.
Let's
Let's
go
meet
pee.
back in 5 and do some combat. Okay.
All right,
Right
let's do
on.
it.
right.
Abso-fucking. Pardon me for calling it shit. That's obviously fucking Master Goat. It's you know what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
Corman. What are you gonna?
Yeah. Great.
IP.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Dude, motherfucker.
He had a damn
Hound
good
shit.
run.
He made the
Think of,
best
like, you know-
Fantastic Four movie out of all the ones that were made.
Honestly, yes, but also
Oh, yeah.
like his influence tree, like the people who went to fucking Corman University and like learned how to fucking make movies and like their influence on everything is just fucking awesome. He has a coaching
James
tree
Cameron.
like an NFL dude, man.
Yeah, pretty well.
Yeah, exactly.
Jack Nicholson.
Cool. All right, let's get this. Yeah, dude, how many people did you give them their either a first shot or something where they could actually like prove themselves? You know what I mean?
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Where are we at here? Okay, let's get a pen. Oh no.
James
Someone bring-
Corbin.
Where is this motherfucker? Okay, cool. All right, let's go around the old horn with some initiatives here. Is Keys there? I don't have video on him. That could just be me.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay. What's initiative,
My
boss?
video's on. I don't know why it's not showing for you.
No problem. What's your initiative, sir?
17.
Oh my gosh. Muskrat.
Yeah.
I got 19.
What is your initiative? Golly. No one's ever getting the drop on you guys. My
Yeah,
goodness.
21.
Razor.
21.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That
And
was with a
Komodo.
+2.
18.
Good night. All right. Well, let's see. So the way that I'm going to do this is because he kind of like has swooped down on you. In this round, he's going to have the first attack, but the next round, let's see what I roll here. He'll have this.
Oh.
So, and that'll be Fairzy Wearsy. I'll just let you guys see that one. The rest of them I'll hide. I fucked up. But the rest of the time he basically is going to be the last fucking guy. So this first one he's going to get his shot in, and he basically swoops out of the sky. This thing is a giant pterodactyl looking monster. and it's going to try to like pounce on Razor 12. Like it has its talons
shit.
outstretched. You can see it's like, giant maw outstretched. And it's going to roll to attack you.
Ooh.
Look.
This should be groovy. This will be. All right.
I don't like that.
No, not at all. No, you're not going to like that. That's the idea. We want that to be a 22 to hit.
So I got to roll now to like dodge, or
Yes, you can dodge. Yeah, you can dodge the attack, where you can kind of duck yourself out of the way, or you can try to parry. But it's sort of like a grappling attack, so I would prefer that you dodge.
Did you get a
Yeah.
freebie dodge as well?
I get freebie dodge.
He
Yeah.
has this. He has this auto dodge where because he's so wired up on these juicer chemicals and he's so tweaked out that even when he's surprised, he's not really surprised.
Well, for
Even when
dodging,
I'm
I get
surprised. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
plus. So to dodge, I get bonuses. What is my bonus to dodge? I get like plus. Oh, +2, so 13.
That's
Lucky
an auto
number
dodge.
13.
Oh, it's auto dodge. So wait. It doesn't auto dodge just mean that I don't use an action to dodge. That's it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I got 13.
To roll your regular dodge, I thought your dodge number was higher than that.
Well, no, I rolled on an 11 and I got +2, so 13.
It's 2 to dodge.
Yeah, +2 to dodge. That's it.
As a juicer?
I don't know.
That's why he has any bonus. Because otherwise, he'd have nothing.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, anyway, too bad for you, chum. So he just smashes down on you with these talons, right? Like this thing is a 1,000-pound dinosaur and has smashed down on you with his talons. So two bad things are happening. One, you're getting hit, and then two, this thing is like just crunched the hover bike into the ground because now it's got 1,000 pounds that just impacted onto it. So I'm gonna roll a little bit of damage for both you and for the hover bike itself.
Ooh,
Cool.
not nice.
I don't like that.
No, I don't
All
like
right.
it.
All right, so it's going to be we're going to split the damage. So basically, 30 mega damage goes to the bike.
How much?
30.
Woo! Okay, so the main body of the bike has 85 mega damage.
Take 30 off of that.
Got it. Oof.
And so it just crushed the thing down into the ground. The other 30, pardon me, the other 30 is coming off of your mega damage, Razor 12. So these talons just boom, all that nice new repaired armor shredded down to 15 mega damage in one attack from this thing as its huge talons almost staple you into the back of the hover cycle.
What the
fuck? I scream. Well, get off me, big bird!
Now, what do you, sir?
So what's up? I couldn't hear you.
It's your attack.
My attack.
You have to do more than that. It's your attack.
Oh boy! So as of right now, it's got its claws on me.
Yes.
So it's grappling me essentially.
Yes.
So I can't really shoot it since it's grappling me, right?
About
fucking really cool.
swords.
You can pull out a sidearm. We'll say that your rifle is across your back, but if you have a handgun, you could draw it, and yeah, you could pull your samurai swords while this thing is like stuck into you, right?
Yeah, I'll take my 2 swords and I get 2 attacks with it with my swords.
Okay. So you're gonna attack both at the same time, correct?
Yeah.
I like it.
Like it.
Through the radio, you guys just hear me going, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?"
What the
And
fuck
on the
is that
radar,
thing?
you see this thing after it kind of cut over to Mexican luchadores for a second, when it clears back up, you see this literally pterodactyl small plane sized item just go crashing into the signal of the guys, and you're like, oh shit, okay, it's on, the tango is landed. I think things are happening.
Okay,
That's for you, Komodo. And then you're hearing all of this on the radio, Muskrat, so that way you're clued in on what's going on.
Oh no!
So I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
So yeah, I'm swinging my 2 swords at it, my 2 attacks. Do I have to roll for each one?
Yes, sir.
A giant bird?
There's a flying
would-
gator.
So, well, I'm getting my attacks right now. I roll for each one, right?
That's the first one. I believe like your dominant hand, like your left hand or whatever, you can have your bonuses. And then the second one, because it's a paired weapon, I don't think you get all your bonuses. I think you just get a few. I haven't played Leonardo in a while, so let me.
No, I'll only get +2 to strike right now, and 2 hit. It says I have 2 hits per attack at +2. So because I got like the weapon efficiency, I got the dual hand thing.
Yeah, paired weapons.
Yeah.
Paired weapons.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So I'm for the first one. I got a 4. Well, that doesn't hit. A 5-up hits, right?
No. In melee combat, 4 will hit. It has an opportunity to parry. That's all.
Okay.
Make your second attack.
Okay. 13.
Alrighty. So since he's like engaged with you, right? He can't really move his body out of the way. So both of your attacks hit.
Okay. So I get 4d6 total. MDC.
I like it.
All right.
Fuck him up.
And 2. Oh, I don't get my plus 22. That's only SDC. Okay.
No, that's only SDC.
I get 9, 14, 19 MDC.
Okay.
Bam.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm just like wildly swinging at his face and.
So you like you kind of chop at him, and I'll say that you are able to hit his main body with one of them, super easy, and then with the other one, you actually hit one of his legs.
Okay.
So you spread your damage among the 2 things, but this thing is dinosaur tough. Like even the vibrosaurs, which carve into metal, hit this incredibly thick hide, and they like bury into it. So it's like trying to cut down a tree with an axe. It's not just one chop. You hit this thing, and you realize now, fuck, it's gonna take multiple swings to fucking hurt this thing.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Muskrat.
Yeah.
So you see and sense everything going on here, my man. What do you feel like doing here, boss?
Is that a creature I could use Constrained Being on, or no?
You know what? Why not? Let's fucking give it a try. See, I think Constrained Being is like it's supposed to be like for whatever you summon, right? But you can pull it out faster than I can. Let's have a rules lawyer off real quick and see how cool we can use this spell.
Let's see. For controlling lesser supernatural creatures such as entities, sub-demons, gargoyles, broadkill, etc., lesser demons as well as minor elementals, command one simply. Or command only simply.
I would classify this thing that you're facing as a predatory animal, rather than like a supernatural.
Okay.
Being.
It's from the Stone Age.
Okay, well then I'm gonna strike him with lightning.
It is from the time of druids. It's from the time of druids. Yes.
Yeah.
So he can strike with lightning. How far away are they?
On my screen.
So you guys have to close that distance. You guys have to close the distance. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to move everybody a little bit of ways.
Okay.
So I
Because I was
believe it
standing
is.
right next to Razor 12. And I assumed
Yeah,
he was
that
getting
is incorrect. That was incorrect. We want
Okay.
we want Scat, and we want the other feller. over here. I think I've got this right. Wait, is this
I'm
which
the
one is Muskrat?
Muskrat is the guy with the cape
So basically,
Muskrat's
when
got
we
cape.
stopped to check on this, they
with
just
2
kept
blue
moving towards us.
dots.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, here 2 blue dots. You're gonna hang out here back here with Chim. You
Okay.
guys are over here with Chim. This thing is coming down to like pounce on Razor, which just happened, and then you guys will have to close this. For now, we'll have to say is a few miles at this point, right? Because you guys scouted ahead.
Jesus.
Right.
So Muskrat, you have a vehicle, right? You could punch it and start heading their way, right?
Yes.
So go ahead and give me a pilot vehicles and a vehicle check.
All right.
Look at
What's that? Out of 100?
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, 88.
Shit, man, you got this thing sputtering and like, you're like grinding, hover gears, trying to fucking get it to go, and you're not quite able to get this thing fucking up to speed,
Oh boy, yeah.
And then Glitter
Yeah,
Boy,
brambles
you want to
and
give
bushes.
me operate your power armor so you could just go into, sprint mode and at least move your full speed?
All right, what should I roll for that?
Same thing, operate power armor or pilot power armor.
Look at my skills, but I don't have a number for that one.
There's Glitter Boy Combat, right? You have that.
Pilot, robot, elite,
And
glitter
then-
boy, and then pilot, combat, basic.
Yeah, pilot robot.
But I don't have a number for that one.
Yeah, I think that one is almost like a combat skill. Let me roll over to the pilot. I was just down at Washington City. Minutes here. Drive it a robot. Drive it a robot. Robots and power armor, I believe, is the skill you have. And it is for you would be 59%.
59%? Okay. Let me just
Yes,
put that
sir.
on my character sheet.
And you have more than that, I know, because you're a Glitter Boy, so it's probably something more like 79% because you have like specialized training in this thing. So just for me, for the rule of cool, making it fast, be to 75.
D100, right?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, 55.
It's good. Remember, it's always under.
Okay, that's good. Low, you want good. You want to
Okay.
go low under skills. So you're able to take your Glitter Boy into a full sprint, and you're running at your maximum running speed.
All right.
And at that pace, you actually outpace Muskrat Toombs, who's kind of like trying to find fucking second gear on his goddamn Fiat, and it's taken a sweet minute, but he's like, kind
I'm
of
having
chugging
difficulty.
behind you there.
He's riding his Doom buggy.
Certainly is. All right. So the dinosaur attacking is basically like kind of stuck right now. Like he's sort of attached and grappled to Razor, just kind of hunched on the back of the hover cycle. So that is sort of his attack this round. The next attack would go to Razor. What are you going to do?
Oh man, I want to try and get away from his
Wait,
His
did
grapple,
Razor
huh?
attack already?
new round.
Wait, did we skip Keys? Wait a minute. We skipped Keys.
skipped
Keys
Keys.
has to go.
Oh,
Keys
please.
has to go. Keys has to go. Keys
Oh, okay,
17.
great.
Please, Keys.
Excellent.
Please,
Get him
Keys.
off me.
I'm gonna say, get off my bike, and I'm gonna
I like it.
fucking. I reach up with the TX pump pistol.
Where are you shooting it? You're close enough where, if you would like, you could try to shoot at a particular area.
Okay, so with it being grappled, I'm not sure if in this system, when you are grappling, you are also grappled.
Yes and no, in that like he's not really going to be able to dodge out of the way. As
Okay.
far cutting down to the ability of you being able to hit him, he's kind of out of attacks mechanically. What
But
would
Okay.
happen if
so,
he had the ability to attack is that he could release Razor 12 and then try to evade your gunfire, were he
Hey,
a
which
more
would be a good
wily
win-win.
opponent, right? But this is again like a predatory creature, so he's in his equivalent of like Lockjaw, where he's
Right.
literally got his talons sunk into the prey, Razor 12, and
Right.
he ain't letting go of that fucker.
Well, I'm
but
assuming its head is going to be trying to come in to fucking attack him. So I'm going to try
You
to
would be
shoot it.
correct.
is there a possibility he's going to hit me though?
Not where it's at now, because you are pinned down under his arm talon situation, his legs.
Okay.
His beak
Okay.
up above is going to have to strike down at you. And this is a large, his body is 15 feet and his wingspan is, 20 feet, 25 feet.
Right.
This is a huge, monstrous creature.
So
Wow.
given how big this thing's head must be, I'm going to kind of try to aim under its beak like that.
I like it. Okay. Kind of under where the pelican jowl would be.
Exactly. And where the soft spot underneath is.
Gotcha. I like it. Give me that roll.
All right. And this is range strike.
This is a ranged attack, yes. So you want to get better than
Yeah.
8.
Are there any hero points or anything like that?
And there's nothing groovy. There's no narration points or rewards or bonuses or anything. I'm sorry. What do you got, boss?
Out of 7, of course.
Yeah. So you fucking fire off the round, and unfortunately, as he's wildly getting ready to poke, he kind of like flicks in one direction as you shoot, and it releases the round right next to his head, and it just sails off into the sky.
Oh god.
Hi, Andy.
We'll come back around.
I did 30 fucking mega damage, and I can't even hit it.
No, don't waste the damage dice. Never waste the damage dice. Save that shit for fucking sweet hits. All right, Razor, you're up, sir.
Oh no, froze.
Oh, I'm here.
I think Andy.
Hello?
Up there he is.
It froze. I'm back. Okay.
Okay, I hear you.
So-
I hear you, buddy.
So roll again.
Yes, so he still has his claws in you. He's not inflicting any more damage yet. You're still pinned. It's 2 seconds later, and with your juicer speed, you're up to attack again.
Fuck, it's gonna hurt me. Shit, I could either try to do some damage, probably not gonna kill it, or I could try to get up and break its grapple and avoid damage. Yeah, let me try to do that. Let me try to get up and break its grapple so it can't hurt me.
I like it. Okay, let's give me a
Because I can lift,
strength contest.
because I do have a PS of 37, so
Yep. You can lift his weight. He also has like animal strength, like an incredible animal strength. I'm trying to think of how. I don't think I want to give him like supernatural monster strength in this case, because otherwise you'd be utterly fucked, and it
Yeah.
would be hilarious for you to be rended to shreds by this thing. But instead, I think it's going to be like he is like a piece of the natural environment. One of you guys eventually will make a lore roll and figure out what it is. But
I
in
do
the
have an
meantime,
augmented.
what is your strength number again?
37.
All right, I'm gonna give him a strength stat here.
Okay.
And then you're gonna roll try to break his grapple. You're gonna try to parry against his strike to keep you grappled. Okay, but give me
Okay.
a second to just come up with a number for him.
You got it.
Okay, and this will be his strength number. Boop boop boop. Boop boop boop. Where is that shit? There we go. Okay, so now his strength for what you care about is going to be 39.
So wait, what? His strength is 39.
Yeah.
God.
All right.
All right. So I should roll.
All right. Yeah. Yes. So roll to essentially like escape his pin. So you can give me a roll that's like a strike number, and then he's gonna roll
I
to
got a
like
16.
parry your escape. All right,
I
you
got a
got
16.
He's gonna roll to try to
Yeah.
parry that. He does not. He's not able to hold you down. You kind of squirm your way free. So since he hasn't, punctured through your body and perforated you, you're able to kind of move yourself in a way where you're able to squirm out from underneath his claws.
I want to take my bring my knees in to my chest and just push him off with my feet.
Your attack was escaping. I'd let you pull guard if you were, proficient in jujitsu, but instead, I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you pull butterfly guard on him. Instead, I'm gonna insist that you wait until your next attack for that one.
All right.
Uh,
But I'm free.
Muskrat Tomb. You are unpinned. Yes, not free,
Okay,
but
great.
unpinned.
Okay.
Muskrat
Okay.
Tombs, give me that piloting check to see if one you can unsputter your vehicle, and then by doing so, you'll be able to get up to full speed.
51.
Nice. So you finally find second, you hop it immediately into third, and you're like leaning forward. You got this thing pegged, and you're off like a speeder bike,
All right, how far can
and you're
I
heading off
go?
at full speed. So speed of your vehicle, and then basically divide that, do some math for me, and find out how fast you can go per minute, and then you can cut that into fourths,
Lord.
and that's how far you go every fucking round. You're welcome.
All right, I gotta look that up. I don't think I have my speed of my motorcycle on my sheet.
I'm gonna make a narrative call then, right? So the boys were out a few miles ahead of you, right? They were out within radio range. They were out with like 16 miles. So you're gonna peg that thing out. It'll take you
I remember it being like
entire
85 miles or something.
rounds to catch up to these guys. 4 entire rolls of initiative to
Okay.
catch up to them. Now that you're at full speed, I'm gonna let you keep that. And basically, instead of having you, do anything else, you make a roll now. It's for you to try to double your speed or increase your speed. Like you're standing on the throttle, trying to keep yourself going towards them. Same thing for you, Glitter Boy. You're gonna make your roll, and now it's like you're spending all your attacks just sprinting until you get within gun range. Which I'll say for you will be. Oh, look at that. Also 4 rounds. Fucking dice. So, 4 entire rounds, you guys will be within combat range.
All right.
But also, I think the Glitter Boy has that 2-mile gunshot radius.
That's why he gets to stop. So he's slower, right? The idea is he's slower. Tombs is going to take off from him and leave him in the dust.
Right.
But at a certain point, the Glitter Boy is going to get within Joy. He's going to have that 2-mile range. And once he has that, at the very end, he can start shooting that at fucking 11,000 feet or whatever it is.
Right. I rolled a 67.
All right. So you're able to still sprint at full speed. And this is like, physically taxing. You're actually running the mech so hard that you inside are running as well, like running at your own Komodo full speed as well. You're really pushing the mech as hard as you can.
Good thing I learned all that, wrestling and boxing and stuff to stay in shape.
Exactly. You're in like a hot suit now, dude. You're in your power armor, sweating your nuts off, sprinting this thing. Keys. So you're unaware that these guys are speeding towards your rally, right? And you just
life
saw
or death.
You just saw Razor 12 life or death himself out from underneath the claws of this thing. What would you like to do, sir?
So what is the bird? What does it look like it's doing?
Just like you thought, it's trying to position its mouth and row of razor sharp kind of beak to strike down at either the bike, Razor 12, or since you're in such close proximity, maybe both of you.
Is it so now that he's pushed it off of him, right? Because he's freed himself, right?
Yes,
Is the creature still weighing the hover cycle down, or has it been
it
pushed into
is
the
still
air?
on the hover cycle. It is still
Okay,
on
so the hover
cycle.
cycle, I'm assuming, can't even move.
You could try to like floor it and see if you could maybe, pop a wheelie and almost drop him off of it. That's going to be a minus 45% against your piloting skill to pull it off.
Let me see my piloting skill, see if I would make that risk. It would make it a little under a 50-50. No, I got this thing's, it needs to. Animals don't like pain. Predatory animals don't want to risk dying for a snack. So I'm going to try to shoot it again.
Oh, I like it. Give me that roll.
14.
Oh, wait. There you go. 14. We didn't announce before. Are you still trying to shoot at that head under jaw thing like before?
Yep.
Okay. So this time, same deal. You cock the gun. You put it right up underneath, and this time, blammo! You hit that sucker right in the low jaw. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Fuck yeah.
That is 14 mega damage.
Wow.
Nice. Okay. So it hits, and like you can see, the blast like scatters a bunch of the scales and thick hide, and it kind of splits over, and weird purple black blood kind of sprays out everywhere, and it howls in pain after you do that.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
I told you, get off.
Razor, you see him just, blast this thing with a triax right in its fucking jaw after you've chopped it. And like you're real serious, you're like, all right, you're gonna have to fucking turn it up a notch if you're gonna chop through this hide that this thing has.
It's my
Now,
turn,
are
huh?
there readied actions in this?
Say that again?
Are there readied actions?
Sort of. What you can do is you can declare what you want to do, and then if the circumstances go down, I'll give you a bonus for it.
All I'll say is, I took this shot. I know that's pretty distracting, but if that does result in on its turn, it trying to fly up or anything like that, I will try to take the opportunity to get the hover cycle moving, if possible.
Gotcha. Okay, so if he takes off, then you're gonna floor it.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. So you blast him here, and then you're kind of getting your hands back on the throttle, and you're kind of preparing yourself where if this guy flies, I'm disengaging and I'm out here.
And I'm kind of splitting my attention to the, hand the throttle on one, pistol up here, kind of like this thing's fucking scary.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, cool. Razor, you're up. Oh, did you lose me?
No, I'm here.
You're up.
I'm here.
Razor 69.
Sorry, I'm flipping between screens. I can't even what time the video's doing. I'm scrolling between the stats and then the Roll20.
All good. All right, so I'm standing up now, right?
Not standing up. You are unpinned. So you on the back of this motorcycle have now like squished yourself up kind of right along the back of Keys as he blasted this thing in the head, and he's now settling in to drive. So you guys are kind of like this, on the back of his hover cycle. You're no longer pinned. You're up in like I guess I'll say a sitting position.
All right, so can I get off the bike on the other side of it to where? So what side of the bike is this creature on? Is he still like on it?
No, he's still like on the back of the bike. So on the map here.
Okay.
And then what would happen is you guys would be positioned like so, right, like tandem.
Okay.
So you're here, and then Keys would be here, like driving, and you're shooting. And then this thing, because it's really big, I didn't want to do it, but it was like literally right over the top of you, like this.
Right.
So since then, you've been able to sneak up even closer to Keys, right around the campfire, kumbayaing, and then he's still on the back of the motorcycle, or the hover cycle, I should say.
Okay.
He hasn't gotten off
Oh.
her. He hasn't moved. You've moved.
Okay. So I want to get off the bike and pull out my gun and blast it with
I'll let you get off of the bike.
but I can't shoot
I'll
it.
let you get off the bike, and I'll let you draw your gun. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Maybe I should just hit at it with my oh god.
You
Jump
got
both
that
your
with your
swords in, right?
30-foot
So
super
you're
movement.
gonna.
What's up? What happened?
You were saying to jump at it with your super movement. The other thing you can do is you have a lot of attacks as a juicer, right? So you can rev up
Yes.
a power attack that does mega damage with your mega damage weapon and do a whole lot of mega damage.
Oh, because I'm on attack 3 right now. Maybe I'll save that for last. I'll just come at it again with my 2 swords. Pop, pop.
When it's last, you won't be able to do it. You have to have 2 attacks to be able to spend on a power.
Right. So after my 4th attack, I'll do my last 2 as a power. So I'm on attack 3 right now.
6 attacks.
I have 6 attacks. Yeah.
Okay.
You get off of the bike. All right, boys. Give me 2 rolls, Komodo and Muskrat, to make sure that you've got your vehicles pegged and going as fast as you can. Fuck that. That's narrative. Fuck that. We'll just say that you guys are competent enough drivers to fucking make it happen.
Okay, good, because I rolled
What
bad.
we want to do is go faster.
Yeah.
What we want to do is go faster. So
Faster.
next chance in the next round at the top, you guys will make a roll to fucking try to do
Zoom.
that. Keys,
Alright.
you are still in the area, the theater of combat. What would you like to do?
Wait, what did the pterodactyl? Has the pterodactyl acted?
Pterodactyl, you've noticed, is basically like recovering itself after it's stabbed into Razor, who's snuck underneath it, and he's been sliced and shot. Now he's like gathering up his energy. You can see him like leaning back on his haunches and gathering his wings under him, like he is trying to either propel himself up or do something where he's going to try to jump.
Oh god.
Okay. So what I'll do is I would like to, if it leaves the bike, do my move to escape from it. And then I would like to essentially use an action to dodge if possible. I mean, preemptively at using an action. Like basically I don't want to use I just want to drive out of there and then if it tries to come for us, then use my dodge to do like an action to evade it.
You can make a roll again to try to floor it and kind of pop a wheelie and leave him on the ground, or you can again wait for him to take off and then punch it and get away from him.
That's essentially what I'm doing. I'm essentially going to just I'm just going to yell at it, "Get the fuck out of here!" and then try to. We don't want you.
It falls back to Razor.
So back to me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm now off the bike and I'm going to pull out my gun and just try to blast it.
All right.
So I have to roll above an 8. I rolled a 9 plus
shooting its main body.
Yeah, shooting its main body. Plus 2. So 11.
That hits.
Oh, yep.
That hits. All right, go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. So 4d6. All right. 11, 14.
All right. So you hit it, and you notice that the hide is, obviously tougher than anything you've ever encountered before. You've hit this thing with a vibro sword, and now you've blasted it with your laser. And normal things like a cow or a buffalo or whatever would have fucking shredded into nothing. But this incredibly thick, leathery hide is able to withstand the heat of your laser and the impact of the vibra weapons.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
It's a dinosaur.
Muskrat and Komodo, you guys are close enough now where Komodo, you have you can kind of pick up with your radar, you can kind of see what's going on. That this
Okay.
thing is like perched now on top of the radar signal, and that it's they're hustling and fucking bustling around, and then over the radio you can hear the sound of gunfire, weapon fire, and so you know that the shit is hitting the fan. You're still probably you're still probably 90 seconds away from being able to deploy your weapon, so you're just flat out running the whole time. Muskrat, you don't have any I think sensors like that on your bike. Do you have any sensory magics and or remote viewing abilities that might let you know what's going on?
I mean, I have sense evil.
Yeah, that's right upon you, yeah.
But that's only within 90 feet. Nah, nothing really, I don't think.
No worries. All right. So I'll give you the opportunity to make a piloting roll at -25, and if you do it, you're able to redline your bike and try to get there a little bit faster. And if you pull it off, you'll get there 1 round faster.
All right, let's try.
Nice.
Cool stuff, Iron Man.
Fingers crossed. 72.
Damn, I don't think that's gonna get it. You still drive just normal, but you're not able to eke any more speed out of the bike. Ease. You're still positioned to flee once this thing takes off.
Oh, am I able to make a roll to go faster?
You're pegged. You're as
Okay.
fast as the thing can go.
Got it.
What you can do is you can try to shoot beyond your normal range of attack. You can try to shoot beyond 2 miles, but the magnitude of difficulty goes up very high, and you'll have a very high negative to be able to hit anything.
Like -10?
I wouldn't go that far, but you'll have a negative.
So it
It
hasn't
might have a
acted.
-8.
I think I'll wait till I'm a little closer. Maybe next round.
So it hasn't acted yet to try to fly off or attack Andy or anything.
Not yet.
So it's just on its. So you're saying on its turn, it just kind of hung out.
It's not really hanging out. So this thing is think of it like a raptor, where it's attacked the ground and it's smashed into Andy and it inflicted all this mega damage, right? I mean, a fuckload of mega damage.
Right.
And now afterwards, it's got to gather itself, and so it's gathering its wings, gathering its arms, and flourishing back out to fly. And then you guys keep fucking shooting it, so it's not able to align itself to make a clean takeoff because you guys keep blasting it in the head or hitting it in the leg or fucking up its posture. So it's not able to just fly off like it would because you guys keep nipping at it with your mega damage weapons. So it's wanting to fly off, but it's fuck my leg, fuck my head, I just got shot in the jaw.
Well, can I give it a little boost by what I'd like to do is now I still had my ready to action from but it never really triggered. Can I just use that to have just start moving? Do that whole gunning it thing,
Gun it again. This time I want to give you a -25%.
Okie doke, and this is pilot hover cycle. Okay, so my normal is 83, so now it'll be 63. And let me get my percentile. That is. Let me see if I can show you. It's these orange dice. Can you see them?
Yes.
Hang on, I'm looking at the stats. It's all right. Hang on. I'm sorry.
Andrew, can you tell them what that number is?
83.
60 or 80, 93.
83.
Well, it's
No?
the 60. It's the
Oh.
6 is that's the 6. So I got
Oh.
exactly 63.
Uh,
Oh wow.
High goes. All right, you're able to pull it off. You gun the hover cycle, and you're able to kind of slip underneath his claws that again had damaged the hover cycle, right? Like he had like
Right.
smashed it with his weight, but luckily he didn't get through and get through Razor 12. Actually, carve holes into the thing. He just kind of crushed it into the ground of the prairie.
Right.
You gun it, and it kind of slips out from underneath its claws, and it's left there flat-footed on the prairie while you sort of squirrel away, the back kind of fishtailing as you're trying to get it under control.
Nice.
All right.
And so now that since it go well, now would you say that that's my action from last round, or is that my action this round?
That's your action this round.
Okay, got it.
So now, I think we should be. This is the fifth action for everybody in this round.
It is. Yeah, coming up. Mhm.
Komodo, you should still have an action, right?
Right.
All right. Same thing. If you're able to make if you're able to the pilot robotics roll, I'll say that you're able to kind of position yourself where you can make that shot with a negative. Well, instead of happening in 4 rounds time, that would happen in 3 rounds time.
We'll try and make a roll.
Yeah.
56.
All right. So you're able to kind of again, sprint. You're pushing yourself as physically hard as you can, and just based on kind of the conditions, the wind, and everything else, you sort of figure that if you punch it as hard as you can to a set of coordinates, about a mile and a half yonder, you should be able to set your spikes down and get off a shot, even though you're going to be at the extent range of your weapon.
You think it's worth me taking a shot?
It's
Oh, you're
worth
saying
it.
it to me?
if you hit-
Blast it!
All right.
It's worth it if you hit it. Oops.
All right. I'll give it a try. That's a D20 to hit, right?
No, it when it's your turn. When it's your turn,
Okay,
it's still
okay.
if you still have to sprint to that point, just because again you're a little
Got
bit
it.
slower than everybody else. All right. Meanwhile, Razor 12 is close enough to attack.
All right. So
So this guy's on the ground. You can see him. Hang on just a second. So what you guys can do is you have I think more attacks than everyone. So you see this thing trying to like take off as well. Now that it's fallen off of the back of the hover cycle, he's crouched down and he's like got his wings out and he's trying to get airborne again.
all right, with both my arms, I come down like a fucking hammer fist with both swords, and I try to hack it at the left wing.
All right.
And then my next attack, I'll do a power. So my first
And
attack.
and a little bit of meta knowledge here just for you guys. Things have like separate damage.
Right.
So if you're hitting it in the left wing and he's hitting in the left foot, it's not a totality of damage. It's you're damaging the left wing and you're damaging the left foot.
Yeah. Okay. So 11 plus 2 is 13 for my first one.
That hits.
And 8 for my second one.
That hits.
Okay. Roll damage?
Yes.
Okay. I am rolling some D. All right, here we go. 8, 10, 12. 12 damage. Uh-oh, you're on mute.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm yelling at my kids. No, I'm yelling at my kids. That's what
Okay,
I'm doing.
okay.
Uh,
All right.
Yeah. What's the damage?
12. Bam.
All right. So you hit him in the wing there, and you notice that you're actually able to kind of like slice a tiny nip out of the leathery kind of wing
The wing membrane.
material, the giant bat wing membrane. You're able to kind of slice it a little bit when you hit it like that.
All
Chop, chop.
right. Great.
All right. Muskrat. So you can, again, same thing. You can kind of redline the vehicle and try to get it a little bit closer, and that's about all that's going on for you.
sorry, one more time.
You can try to redline the vehicle and get it a little bit closer. Other than that, unless you want to cast a spell or something else, that's sort of what you're limited to currently.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to attempt to redline it.
Go for it. Go ahead and roll.
34. Finally.
All right. You're able to get this thing over, 10,000 RPM. Literally everything is pegged, and you're able to squeeze another, 5-8 miles an hour out of the thing, and continue to beeline right towards the center of action.
All right.
Okay. Keys, you're up. Are you out of attacks,
So-
Keys? I think this is the 5th attack.
So I missed an attack because of my waiting.
Yeah, so the idea is if you get the bonus to wait for the attack, then you're like forfeiting anything that doesn't set up that triggers your attack.
So so it still wastes an attack to not do anything?
It doesn't waste an attack, but you have 5 slots to move in this round, and if
Right.
you're choosing to delay one of your slots for an action, you know what I mean,
Right.
that's when you'll get the bonus on if it happens.
Right. But so what I'm saying is since I didn't actually use my readied action, we just used my action for that round instead. So I would have only used essentially 3 actions, 2 gunshots and 1 gunning the hover cycle.
Really like readied actions like in D&D. That usually doesn't happen. What's supposed to happen is it's a hard ticking 15 seconds.
Hmm.
And so
But I
that's
mean,
what's supposed to be happening each time. Every round is 6 seconds of action for each thing that you do.
Right.
Is 2 or 3 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds. And in that you're not going to say, hey, can I wait 2 or 3 seconds to do this? Like that wouldn't happen. It's supposed to continually be turning moves, or I'll let him hit me because I want to hit him. But the way it's usually set is you're not able to wait to do something. You can plan to do that when it happens, but you have to either take an action or take a defensive action during your turn. That's sort of how the way that the game kind of grinds. People are conditioned
Okay, I'm
now
just trying
to,
to
hey,
think
I
if
want
there's
to
a
try to do
point
something.
Well, what I'm trying to get at is if for example, you're going against a glitter boy who has 8 actions, right? Is there not a way to go, I'm going to try to save my dodge till his big finish action? You know what I mean? Like, when he's in his 8th action, I still have an action saved up for a dodge. Right? Is
Or
that
like
not
holding it.
The way that you can use a dodge is you can use sometimes the way that like from Robotech I think it was is you can use the dodge action to dodge all the attacks during that round. So you're in a fighter plane, you're in a fast moving hover cycle, and you can dodge everything with a roll to dodge of 17. And now every attack that's coming your way had to beat that 17 to hit you. Otherwise, your cool arcing maneuver would get away from it. But if we
Right,
go
I mean, I
round
guess
for round, you don't necessarily know what attacks everyone's going to have, so you're not going to be able to like game them unless you know exactly how many attacks they have. And unless you're Razor 12, every time you make a dodge, it's taking away from one of your attacks. So eventually,
Right.
at some point, you would either have to get to cover, right, get away from the point where they can shoot you. You'd have to try to get out of their range of attack somehow, or you have to try to get behind or get away from them in one way or another.
Right. Well, I'm just saying that if that's the case, then I should never ready an action, and I should have just shot the thing My point was, if it looked like it was trying to leave, to not try to antagonize it more, spending an action to shoot it when it's trying to fly away. You know what I
I
mean?
gotcha. And if you want to take another shot at it now, since you know, I'm more than fine with that.
Yeah, I guess I'll just shoot it.
Sure.
Yeah. Pew pew.
Miss.
Tried and true. Pew pew pew.
Yep.
What's
Hit
that
its
roll?
fucking wing that I hit.
Huh?
Hit its wing that I hit.
You have real dice? You're rolling real dice?
Me?
Yes.
Yep.
What did you
Rolled
get?
a nat 2.
Oh, shit, really?
Yep.
With your bonuses, do you get over 4?
I have a ranged bonus of +1.
Damn it.
So 3.
It's not going to be enough. So close. All right, so close.
Oh, you gotta do
Okay,
8.
Yeah, I mean,
don't worry.
it's just dice. Travis
Shit
arguing
happened.
that remake should have no fucking dice.
Womp
Right.
womp.
I think, let's see here. So Razor should probably be the only person with attacks left at this point, right?
Yeah. So
Okay, you're up.
okay, let me ask. I want to do a power strike. So, do I get to do that with both swords or just one sword?
Just one sword.
All right, if that's the case, then it's better for me to do because I would only add my 2d4 to that, right? 2d6 plus
Yes.
2. Oh, it's better
Your
for
power
me to
punch,
just.
and then
Yeah, it's better
it's
for
better
me
for
to
you to hit
just.
it twice.
Yeah, and because I'll get another round of another hitting twice, so it's better for that. I'll just do that.
There you go.
Okay.
So
So
you're
my
gonna
first.
swing like a human
The
Ginsu
Baraka.
machine. Choo, choo, choo.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm hitting at the.
Barakas.
I'm hitting at the wing again. Oh god. Oh, that was a 2 on that one, plus 2, so
That's not
4.
a miss.
No, it's
Oh no,
a 4.
4 hits.
Yep.
Believe it or not, a 4 hits.
And the fucking 6. 4 plus 2. So god damn it. All
He
right.
can try to parry that. I think he can try to parry that.
Yeah.
And he's gonna try to parry that back.
Mhm.
That's a pterodactyl noise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he pterodactyly bats those out of the way so that they're not
Yeah,
able to slice
yeah.
swing again.
Yeah. Okay. Good thing I didn't power punch that shit. So. 'Cause I'll get one more attack.
Yep.
Oh, did it freeze?
Nope.
No, I'm
Oh,
right
no.
here. What is your attack?
Oh, I'm going again. Okay. Sorry, it was freeze on my
Yeah,
end.
no one else has 7 attacks. Yeah, no one else has 7 attacks.
Well, I have 6, so this is my 6th attack now, right?
I think. Hold on a second.
This is 6.
Yeah.
That
This
was
is
6.
this will
I
be-
mean, that was 6.
Oh, that was. I've been counting. I thought that was my 5th. That was my 5th right there.
I guess they've been double attacks, so that's why that's been weird. And then
Right.
yeah, Komodo, you're in the armor. How many do you have?
I want to say I have like 6 or 7. I'm trying to see if I noted this anywhere.
I think that sounds about right too.
Yeah, I remember having 7 attacks as well.
I thought you had 8 attacks.
I think I have quite that
Being in
many.
power armor, you have a bunch more. The
Plus the
armor is like
and then the,
more
boxing that I
responsive than
took.
humans.
So who's going? Is it me?
You're the only one close enough to attack the guy. Everyone else is closing the
Okay.
distance.
Okay. I'll roll 10. I got 8 plus 2, 10. Oh, and I got a nat 20.
Wait a minute. What are the 2 rolls for? The 2
'Cause
attacks?
Yeah,
Doing
my
the
2
double attack again?
double
Alright.
attack again, yeah.
He will try to parry the 1, and he's able to parry that one for sure. And then
Yeah, I got a
it's
10
a nat
and-
20, so he can only parry the other one with a natural 20, and he cannot
Yeah.
parry that one. So that one does double damage.
Yeah. Okay, so it's still 2d4, which
Also,
is
is Andy Also, Andy, are you off the bike at this point?
Attacks.
Yeah,
He
I'm
is
off.
off the bike. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I spent an action to get off the bike.
Right.
So it's gonna be ×2. 20.
Yeah, or you roll the damage double, but yeah, that's fine. ×2.
Okay, I'll just 20.
All right. So you slice at another section of the wing again, kind of cutting a bit of it open, but he's still there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then for Komodo, again, you're kind of sprinting to the area where you're going to try to take an ultra, long moonshot, at this target. You're going to try to like shoot it at an angle to get this thing almost.
Right?
All right. And I think that should be the end of this round, which would bring us to a new initiative.
All right.
Right?
Well, a new initiative?
I got 19 plus 4, so
I'll
23.
keep your number to yourself. I'll ask you in just a second.
Okay.
Keep your numbers there, because I got to do one also. Okay, going back around the horn. Keys, what do you got?
Oh, sorry. 8.
Muskrat, what do you got?
5.
We got lucky the first round.
Yeah, we did.
Razor, what do you got?
23.
Damn.
Goodness. And Komodo.
19.
All right. So, Razor, you're first again.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm gonna do my double swings again at its wings. So it can't fly
All
away.
right.
First attack, I got a 6. Second attack, is that a 16 or 19? 18. 6 and 18.
All right. Going to try to parry those. All right. And so he parries the second one.
Really?
So one hits him. Yeah.
Okay. So 2d6. 7.
So you're just kind of like, whittling away at this one particular wing, but you're
Yeah.
noticing it's still not enough to like split the thing open where he's not going to be able to fly with it. You're just sort of like chopping away at it.
Boy.
Right.
I need to
Bro,
go for
you're
bed.
up.
It cut out. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear.
Said he needs the head. All right. Next
who's
is
your-
Komodo. You're up.
Nice.
I could keep running to try and get a little bit closer, or I think I can take that shot now.
You know what? Fuck it, because it's going to take forever for you guys to get there. So, splitting the party has its downsides. Go ahead and you can make a roll to attack this thing kind of using the radar. It's sort of beyond your visual sights, right? So you're going to have to sight this thing using your systems and the radar only.
Okay, so I would make a systems check and then an attack?
I'm not going to make you do all that shit. I'm just going to say that you're going to make the attack with a -8.
Okay, and that's a d20?
D20, yep.
That one, it hits Andy.
Fuck.
That would be awesome. That would be fucking hilarious.
That's a
But I'm
nat
not
one.
going to do that. Instead, the blast lands
John, you
in
fucking
the
jinxed
ground.
me.
The blast lands in the ground right here and like up a bunch of debris and a bunch of like soot and grass and everything, and it's almost like a mini hurricane just appear or a mini tornado just appears right in front of Razor 12, like obscuring his vision for a little bit.
Oh, fuck.
Christ.
All right.
John,
As that
you say
happens,
that.
as that happens, the giant, the pterodactyl leaps into the air and takes flight, and he starts flying upwards to get away from everybody and kind of circle around.
Oh boy.
Fucking hell.
And so he's kind of angling himself now to try to take a kind of swipe of some of you guys. He's just like to try to find.
Trying to flank us.
Absolutely. Keys, you're up, dude.
So what I'm going to do is I would like to fly by Andy, who's now in this kind of towards the cloud of smoke or cloud of
Yes.
Debris. I want to
Debris, yeah,
snatch
yeah.
him up off the ground and continue flying towards the glitter boy. Actually, I guess the thing I see, I can probably better see the trail of, you know, dust and everything being kicked up by Muskrat. So I'm gonna aim us towards that. So I'm gonna gun it
Okay.
towards Muskrat once I have Andy safely on the vehicle.
Okay. All right. So, you're, like, reach your hand out and try to grab him as you're swooping by, or are you just gonna
Right.
gun it and expect him to? Are
I'm
you
gonna put my
expect
hand
him
out.
to like jump on?
I'm gonna put my hand out and I'm gonna say, "Get on!"
I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it. Why don't you? Why
I'm
don't
gonna
you
use the
give
restroom.
me
I'll be right
a?
back.
Oh, sure. Why don't you give me a piloting roll? And when you do, Andy, do you have gymnastics?
I have acrobatics, which
I'll
has
take it.
Okay.
Give me an acrobatics check and give me a piloting check, and I'll say, fuck yeah, let's make this happen.
14.
Okay.
Boom.
6
So you're able to tilt the thing on the side, and you basically, you know, are you got your hand right out as you have the bike gunned at full speed, and you're like, you know, your hand just perfect. Let's see the acrobatics roll there, Razor.
I have a 65, but that's my acrobatics. I roll a 41.
All right. And so as the hand comes down, you just grab it like it's nothing and literally swing up with the momentum right into the back saddle, and you guys break no stride and at full speed are able to take off towards Razor. I'm sorry, towards Muskrat.
Hell yeah.
All right.
And I'm gonna radio in. Heading your way, guys. Bird on our
All
trail.
right. Muskrat, same thing. You hear them now, you know, crackle over the radio that they're heading your way. You're gunning it towards them as well. What would you like to do?
I would like to continue gunning it towards them as fast as possible.
All right. Go ahead and give me another roll. You've got it in the red line. This is just to make sure that you don't crash.
Okay,
Boom.
that's a
So you
D100,
just got that
right?
thing pegged, and you're gonna be there. We'll say in like 3 rounds. You guys are gonna intercept each other. Now that you're
Okay.
both traveling at the same speed, it'll be 3 attacks, and you guys will be on top of each other.
Okay, I got
Okay.
31.
All right. No, I thought you rolled a 13 already.
No, I rolled a D20. That was my mistake.
Oh! I see that. No problem. No, but yes, you make it, and you guys are going to be able to intercept.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the top then is Razor. What would you like to do?
I was guessing.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. Good. So, okay. So from the back seat, I want to turn my gun and shoot the thing.
Okay. Since you're kind of like jostling around a little bit, you know, on the back of a bike, it's a -3. But go ahead and make
Okay.
your shot.
So it's gonna be -1. Okay. It's not a nat 1, but it's a 1. I rolled a 2, so -1, so it's a 1.
Laser blast just goes flying off in the distance, and unfortunately you miss.
Okay, I tried to turn and just shoot without aiming. Boom.
Yep, it just kind of zings by, but it does provide sort of a tracer round for Komodo when he decides shot.
Very good.
He is up next. Komodo, you're up next, sir.
Where did he wait? He's not there.
He has disappeared.
It's not
I
the
think he went to the
camera
restroom.
isn't
I
there.
think he said he went to the restroom. I think he said he went to the restroom. We'll cycle back to him for just a second,
Got it.
Okay.
and it'll be funny time because the monster is gonna take a swipe. So this time he's gonna like swing by with both of his talons out and try to take a double claw at one at Keys and one at Razor 12. So he's like
Oh boy.
swooping by, whoosh.
Oh
And
boy.
as he does, he's taking 2 swings here.
2 swings.
Two,
Yeah,
two,
2 feet. 2 foot.
Is it-
Oh my
2 foots,
god.
2 swings. All right, and so that is going to be a 20 and a 17.
A what?
A
So
21
7
and a
and
17.
A 21 and a
21
17.
to hit you and a 17, yeah. So Keys,
Oh my
you're
god.
operating the vehicle. You can try to dodge this thing for both of you guys. If you can dodge the hover bike cool enough, you can dodge both.
And is this a standard dodge
You'll have to
roll?
beat a. This is a dodge roll with your bonuses, but now you're doing it on the bike.
All right. So I have a +3 to dodge. Wait,
See
now
it.
what is a roll?
That is after you get hit. After you get hit, the shit's hit the fan. The idea is you're gonna try to like roll with the concussion, roll with the impact, or if you crash, you try to like super judo roll with it. It's a way to like reduce damage after you've been hit with a punch, a fall, or an impact.
Here's my
You
dodge.
can't often do that with like lasers or bullets just because they're too kinetic.
All right. My dodge is 15.
15?
Yep.
Shit! Okay, you both get hit.
Oh,
Okay, and that is a Talon Strike.
Uh-oh.
Talon Strike. All right, and so Keys, your armor takes 13 points of mega damage.
Okay, is it, and it's the main body?
Yeah, that's your armor, not your bike. That's your armor of your armor.
Right.
Yeah, so that's 13 points to
Your
the main
person.
body there. And then for Razor 12, you take 10 points of mega damage.
oh god. All right.
This is getting ugly.
So literally, your armor is pretty much just shredded after that. So between being stomped on and now this razor coming across it, it's like just shoulder pads at this point.
I look
Fuck.
like that He-Man action figure where you like action, you hit it, and it's
And the chest
Scratches
is all
across it.
broken, and yeah, absolutely. Dude,
yes,
you are
yes.
beaten down right now.
oh fuck.
Now this time, since it didn't do the whole landing on us thing, I'm assuming is it not? It hasn't dug its talons into us and like landed
It
on the
just
bike this time.
sliced. It came by as it was flying and hung out its hind legs and swiped at you as it's flying by.
Got it.
Okay. All right.
I
That
hear
would take
Jailhouse
us
Rock.
to. That would take us to Komodo, I believe.
Oh, he's taking
Is he
a
back?
jump.
Is he gonna make the
God
cut?
damn it.
Komodo,
there he
we
is.
need
Okay.
you.
All right, I'm back. What I miss?
Nice. No,
Well,
no
it came
worries.
to attack us.
It came to attack us, and because you weren't there, they got hit, each of them. So now it's your
Hard.
turn to make an attack -8 from mega distance using just your radar equipment, basically shooting blind with a shotgun.
All right, let me see if I can do it. Oh, that's a
You
10.
can do it.
So that's 2 total to hit.
Well, do you have bonuses? Shoot to hit.
Boom! You let go. He did. He did use the bonuses, I believe.
Wait. Also, hold on. We were flying towards their direction. Is he close enough to see it now?
No, he's still far away. He's running to a point where he assumed that he could kind of make the best shot, and he's actually using his radar layout in order to kind of triangulate where the enemy is, and judging by your moving and Muskrat moving, who's friendly, who's enemy, and then he's like shooting at coordinates on a grid versus actually lining it up in his Glitter Boy sight and taking a shot.
Got it.
Right. So that one unfortunately misses, but the report of the Glitter Boy cannon like just echoes around for miles and miles and miles, and the monster kind of like, you know, is shocked a little bit by the sound and stunned when he kind of hears it. Keys, you're up.
All right, so I'm going to continue to gun it kind of between the Glitter Boy and Muskrat.
All right.
To try to get the Glitter Boy into as close range as possible, and I'll take a pot shot at this thing with my pistol on the way out.
Okay, give me a -3 to that shot because you're kind of like leaning back and going pew as you're driving the bike.
All right. So let's see, +1. Actually, exactly 8.
Look at that. Wow. All right. So you force him to take a dodge by doing that. So he
Look,
going to try to dodge your blast. He's able to dodge out of the way, but that, you know, burns a very important attack for him.
Yes.
And so he kind of swoops out of the way and is sort of now forced to kind of circle around the wrong way while you got it fucking floored and you're doing, you know, 120 miles an hour the opposite direction.
Actually, let me see how fast my bike goes. 220 miles.
Jeez. All right, I stand totally corrected. Going 220 miles an hour in the other direction. So you are literally gone. You're literally gone the other way.
Yeah, I'm trying to
like flapping and slowly turning.
Bye.
Sounds looking for
Glitter Boy, this one's on you.
All right. And then last, so Keys, you see these guys come shrieking towards you now. They're going at full speed. And you have a sense of relief that at least they're not being, you know, killed by whatever this thing is. But now you're kind of close enough to sort of make out its silhouette. Give me a monster or demon lore.
Me?
Yeah, tombs.
Monster or demon lore. Okay, so
Which one you got?
D100. Oh man, I rolled a 1, a nat 1.
Perfect. So that means you know everything about it. You're like, son of a bitch. This is a classic example of a North American leatherwing. Like these things are, you know, known for being extremely dangerous predators. They're usually out in the mountains, so this thing must have a huge range that it hunts. And they're called leatherwings because their wings are like leather. Like it's this incredibly difficult to damage hide. You know, it's obviously a creature of the rifts, and it's natural, but it's like at the peak level of it, as strong and thick as hide can get.
There's a thick boy now.
That's a thick one now. You make a gumbo real spicy now. Let me do one now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to fuck.
Well, we have Florida fighting Louisiana on that one. All right, so it's, you know, again, kind of trying to turn around, follow you, but speed that it kind of realizes that it's sort of outpaced, and so it begins climbing back up into the stratosphere.
Uh-oh.
So it's just going away?
Basically, it flies away. Yeah, basically, it flies
Bye-bye.
away.
All right. Well, another job well done.
Well, job.
Oh, that was fruitless. My fucking armor's messed up. That sucked. Now I get a piece of
scrap from a tank and fix this thing.
Wait, so the pterodactyl flew off? It's gone?
You
Well,
still
we
track it
know
on radar. You can still track it on radar. It's flying and it's ascending very quickly. In about 3 rounds, it will be outside of your range of fire. But you can still elevate your cannon and try to shoot at it, Komodo.
All right, I'm gonna try and do so.
All right. So go for it. At this time, give me another -8 attempt to shoot.
All right.
Kill that motherfucker.
God damn it!
But no, this is rigged.
That's the second nat 1 that I've rolled.
Yeah, you have real ones. Look, there was a 1 on the 100, on the D100. It was the last roll that happened.
Yeah, that was me.
Sure, hey, whatever, Vegas. And the next roll is a 1 on the D. Again, if I was Vegas, I'd already be smashing somebody's hands with a fork at this point. Like, this is some bullshit arena.
Huh?
So I'll
Yeah.
go ahead and I'll allow to re-roll because I feel that the algorithm sometimes is just too fucking strange.
Yes,
Appreciate that greatly.
I agree.
Okay, hot up here. Just
Okay.
give me 1 second because I got to put on the air conditioner. Give me 1 second while I close up my windows and put on the AC because it like literally just got on right now. Hang on.
That's funny. Taylor's putting the AC on at this exact moment too.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Hey, Travis,
Yeah,
you don't have
so-
some real, you don't have some real dice on you?
No, I'd have to dig them out of storage.
Oh my god, brutal.
I roll shit on like dice as well, so
Huh?
it probably wouldn't have been much different.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Orion's playing Doom.
Nice.
Oh, nice. The original Doom?
Oh, the 2016.
That's a good one, too.
That's a banger.
Yeah, it's really good. Orion, word advice: never stay still.
Father-son advice.
I can't get the sensitivity is so high. I can't turn it down.
Yeah, turn it down for sure. Aha!
Oh god. I don't know.
No, you can. Imps, fucking imps, kill them.
That'll
Oof.
happen.
The most pushy creatures in the game. They destroyed him.
Don't underestimate their fireballs. If enough imps spawn, they can fuck you up.
Andy's a caca demon.
Oh, okay.
A cacodemon?
Yeah.
No,
It's pronounced cacodemon.
it's really intense the first time you play it. You get one second into it, it's fine.
I can't stop like that.
He's like, fuck this game. You turn it off.
Uh,
I'm gonna go play an easy game like Elden Ring.
Well, oh my god. Well, Doom is sort of like the first-person shooter of Dark Souls. It's weird.
All right, sorry about that. I had to turn off some lights, make it a little bit cooler in here.
Ooh, look at that
Everything okay?
ambiance.
right on. And I'm starting to crash
Ooh,
out
I'm-
too, so if we could wrap it up soon.
I think we're in a spot here where basically he's kind of fleeing away. So I have 2 shots for Komodo, and then I have a spot where we can cliffhanger. Okay,
Right on. Perfect.
great, cool. Thank you so much, man, for sticking with us here.
Of course, of
so
course.
Komodo, he's got 2 rounds that he's gonna be out of range even of your furthest shot. So you have 2 shots at him.
So the first shot was 10. That's definitely a miss with my penalties.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be a 2 total.
So I'll make my my last shot. God damn it!
Yeah, this is.
I
What
almost
the
logged out and
actual
logged back in.
fuck?
Go ahead and roll that again.
Yeah,
Oh
no.
my god!
If I roll for
Someone
him,
has real dice? Yeah, someone who has real, actual physical dice.
I do. I'll roll for him.
do.
I'll roll for him. I rolled a 2.
you said-
Oh my god! The curse isn't only in Travis's proximate location. It is
Alright, so-
anyone that rolls on
two-
behalf of him.
This Leatherwing's just
Two
lucky.
consecutive sonic booms rip through the prairie, and all for naught as this giant leatherwing kind of flies back further and further into the stratosphere, and then eventually kind of disappears above the thin clouds.
Well, you win some, you lose some. At least we didn't die.
You know what I'm saying? Good of this.
All we did was lose
is
a
the case.
fuck ton of armor.
And yeah,
However, you have noticed a few things. You guys, kind of traveled a little bit further south, and sensor equipment there.
you were cutting out. That was very robotic.
Give me a read sensory equipment, Mr. Komodo. Your radar is picking up a few things.
Everything that heard his gunfire.
Oh boy.
51. Wish I could have rolled that on my attack earlier.
What was it?
51.
Oh man.
Actually, wait, no. I think I might read sensory equipment. I think it's actually 40, so I think I botched that one. Yeah, it's 40. So it's I know nothing.
You're picking up something that's relatively small in this area here, kind of close to where Muskrat and Keys are both meeting currently.
And do I sense any radar?
I guess give me a basic electronics check, but nothing's pinging. Your radar machine is not picking up anything.
Is it basic electronics? Oh, I roll a d20. All right, let's see. Okay, 14, and my basic electronics is 35.
All right. So you kind of hold up your radar pinger, and you're not picking up anything. It seems pretty quiet.
I'd like
The
to
only thing
reconvene
you do
with the
pick up
others.
is what seems to be coming from Komodo.
Got it. I'd like to reconvene with them.
All right.
Also, for the sake of ease, can we say that that Muskrat was towing the other hover cycle, or is it reasonable that it would just have been left at the camp?
I mean, the way that shit kind of went down, it probably was just left at the camp.
Okay, as long as it's somewhere safe. I just want to make sure it didn't. Oh yeah, we left it back 16 miles. Fuck. You know.
I mean, you guys have been kind of in a running gunfight here for a while, so you have left it some ways away. I can say, for the sake of narrative, you guys can double back and go get that, and then go investigate this thing that Komodo was taking a look at.
All right, what I should say is there's the 2 hover cycles. We had the extra one. If the other one is just back at the base.
Oh
then
yeah,
that's
no, the
fine.
extra ones that you guys, the one you had salvage off of, and the other one I think you actually stole. Those,
Yeah.
if you wanted to, you could leave them back, or you could trade them for you. It's up to you.
Right. All right, cool. So when I'm back with the group, before, because I don't know that Komodo has something on his radar, my first order of business is to try to examine the damages of my hover cycle and try to repair them with either basic mechanics or jury rig.
The hover cycle, luckily, is still perfectly working fine. You've still got max speed, fires right up, still has full control. It's mostly cosmetic damage, a lot of dents and kind of squeezed, rear panels and quarter panels and fenders.
Some town
But it also took
holes.
like 30 mega damage.
Yeah, as long as the main body isn't fully depleted, it's not destroyed, and as long as the damage wasn't focused on like this specific rear jet or that specific rear jet, aren't going to be crippled either.
Okay, but is
But
it
it's
possible to
definitely,
roll one of those to try to heal it of the mega damage?
You would need the equipment to like repair the mega damage stuff, so that would require like being at a place that has either plating or machinery to repair that.
Got it.
I'll say that you can do if you were to come across, say, another bike, right? You could do a salvage check and take off the pieces off of that one and put it onto yours.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
let's see what we can find.
Right? So
I'll put some dinosaur leather on it.
Right, exact same thing. Hey, you know what? Maybe I harvest some of this, mega damage hide and kind of bolt it to this thing. So, yeah, I would
Yeah,
allow
pull a
that.
Revenant.
I'm gonna wear a
I
mega
would
damage
allow that
hood
stuff.
made out of like the fucking monster's ball sack.
That. Now, fun fact, in the true story of the Revenant, after that guy got attacked by the bear and killed it, he like wore a vest of the bear's hide as like almost a skin graft.
I really like
okay.
this.
That'd be kind of awesome.
It's pretty metal.
Yeah, I mean,
metal.
after getting like humped by a bear, you'd have to do something. Like there, you know what I mean? I don't know how you ever come back from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the skin of the bear
Right.
that humped me.
So you guys are able to kind of recollect, kind of lick your wounds a little bit. Again, Razor 12's armor is just tatters, and you guys lost a couple rounds, but you do find something that seems to be pinging Komodo's radar over in this direction.
Fucked up my check, so I'm not even really like aware of what's going on.
What the
What
fuck?
happened, boss?
So I have 40 on like sensory electronics.
Yeah.
I rolled a 56.
It's something. It's like aliens. You're just picking up, a thing out there. There's maybe something. Maybe it's just a bunch of hey, who knows? But it's a something.
Something moving
I say
around out there.
there might be movement on my radar, but I'm not sure. It's malfunctioning.
Hey, Keys.
Yeah.
I didn't like that monster.
You
It
know,
fucked up my chest.
let me take a look. Let me take a look at you.
He was a real
Can you
jerk.
see?
Amazingly enough, he's not physically damaged, but his armor is literally in tatters, and it was millimeters away from tearing into his chest.
Jesus Christ. I guess my armor is a little fucked up too, but not quite this fucked up. Well, shit.
This
yeah,
armor-
we can't-
This armor belonged to Razor 14. That was my cousin, who was killed in combat by Lipstick 4.
You got to keep all that stuff, then, man, for the sake of for the culture.
Sentimental value.
God damn it!
Well, look, Racer, here's the thing. You gotta wear more armor if we're gonna be out in the fucking desert.
But
The
I get
wasteland
negative
is
for
not
dodge.
naked.
Gonna get some shoes on.
God damn it!
Look, when we get back to base, if you're not dead, we'll get you some new armor.
This place is scary. I want to go back to Atlantis.
You know what's scary? You got a psychopath with 2 fucking vibro swords jumping on a pterodactyl.
I hit it with
Alright.
everything I had. I didn't do shit.
I'm gonna
Sometimes there's things that are a little bit tougher than they might appear.
All right, I'm gonna suggest this for our next combat. I think I should stick a little closer than 56 miles away.
Yeah, I think we should not do the Scooby-Doo split up anything.
What's the lesson? What is the lesson that the party learned today?
Stay
Those
together.
Never split the party under any circumstances.
We know this shit. We fucking know this shit. And you taught us. You
We're-
spanked us.
Good
job.
Help level
You got
up
a
our
radio. Oh, that's
perception.
fantastic. Be a bunch of miles apart. That's good. Good. Yes. More.
Bad party.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I probably should have been paying attention more. I figured I was like maybe like a mile away at most. So
Well, honestly, the real thing is we gotta find a way to transport this motherfucker faster than a mile an hour or whatever. Because if we have two people on hover cycles going 220 miles an hour, and then we've got one guy going, "I'm running through the desert," we're never gonna
He does
get
about
anywhere.
30 or 40. Yeah, he does about 60, I think, at max speed. And like honestly, Razor 12 sprinting is probably faster than he is.
Faster, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm hopeful that maybe we'll find like a truck or something like off of one of these raiders out there, and then somebody can just like drive the truck, and I can just like chill in the back.
Now, look, boys. To be fair, nobody said there was a goddamn pterodactyl flying around out here, so we didn't know what to look for.
You know, and I bet that's like the least of our worries. That was just one. Imagine if it was like 4.
You gotta
Say the-
expect the unexpected out here.
God
What
damn
was
it.
I think that's a lesson to be
I
learned.
look at
Above like a building or something. Are we able to like look into the building and see if there's like anything in there?
Hey guys, I
There was
see
no
a dead
building.
horse.
a building.
There was no building. There was a radar signal.
Okay, I heard like structure or something like that. Maybe I misread that.
There was some burnt grass. That was the last thing that he saw before the pterodactyl.
That had a dead animal, right?
It had a mound of something. You might have been a dead animal, but as you guys get closer, now that the radar is pinging, you're able to determine that it's something. It's not moving, but it's something there.
Oh, are you saying that the radar ping is coming from that same pile of mush?
Yes.
All right, well, we'll go back there. And we'll go back there, and we're on the lookout
little
for
mush pile.
flying bastards.
All right. So you guys are looking skyward. Looking for anything. Any, large eagle or buzzards is immediately drawing a look in the scope to make sure it's not one of these things. But after a while, you guys are able to approach what appears to be some remains. You see what is a horse. Looks like a regular horse, but it's like severely burned along the side and flank. And then about 3 or 4 feet in front of it, there seems to just be like a pile of ashes.
Cooked meat.
Oh boy. Who wants to go look? I don't want to.
I
Do
don't
it.
know.
Yeah, and I'll look at the ashes.
All right. So you go ahead and take a look, and yeah, it's definitely a pile of ashes. And then who's looking at the meat there?
Me.
Nice.
But I have an ability
You've
here.
got like, what do you? Oh, hang on a second. You've got like I think probably some kind of wilderness survival or something like that, right, Muskrat?
Oh yeah, I got high wilderness survival.
Go ahead and recognize that, or give me a roll. See if what you recognize.
Yeah, let me see.
I have
let
it
me see
too.
What my skill level is there? Wilderness survival, 79. 67.
You recognize that this is a horse, just like one that was native to the
There's
to
a
the,
horse.
prairies here, and it's like full side and flank is almost barbecued. Like it was hit with some kind of really heavy duty radiation, like a particle weapon or
Oh,
something.
that is not edible. Don't eat that horse now.
It's
It's
gonna
good
be, if
eat.
you got a Geiger counter, it's probably pinging.
So can we tell how fresh of a kill this is?
You have to give me a roll.
All right, wilderness or
You have
what?
tracking, wilderness survival or tracking,
I
and
have
then while you're
wilderness.
doing that, I believe Keys had a skill that he wanted to use for the pile of goop.
Yep. So that same sense fire ability also has a thing for I can object read burnt objects to see how long the fire burned and whether it was natural or man made. And then pretty much probably whatever else you think I would be able to glean from psychically from it. So I will push my hand into the ashes and rub my hand along it and spend 2 ISP.
Okay. So basically, this is a someone or something had used a force that caused like a plasma fire. This is not a natural fire. This is obviously a technological flame that was used to create these ashes.
This was
Yeah,
a
I failed my
plasma.
roll.
Maybe it was a weapon, or maybe it was the effect of being near a large plasma fire. But that's what caused this damage.
Something here. This is a man-made fire. This is, yeah, guys. This is some kind of high-tech plasma weapon caused this.
What to do that?
Hey, and Andrew, you got to name this episode "Don't Split the Party." A pterodactyl kicked our ass.
No, you should name this. You should name this session "Natural One."
Yeah. Critical fails. A series of unfortunate
Yeah.
dice
Natural
rolls.
ones. All right,
Got
but as you're there, Komodo, you also now pick up another faint radar signal in this direction further on, and that seems to coincide more with where Keys saw the burnt patch.
Hmm.
You see,
Let's go look at
As
it.
you guys are investigating, you can notice that there seems to be kind of a trail of like burned grasses, plant matter, all that kind of stuff, traveling in like a perfectly straight line in like this direction.
Hmm.
We can
Perfectly
follow
straight.
that?
Well,
Can I detect ambush?
Sure, give me a roll.
Okay.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that right into the microphone.
Detect ambush. God damn it! It's 35. I rolled a 36.
Jesus
Everything's
Christ.
clear, boys. Everything's clear, boys.
All
Hold
right.
on, and I'm gonna go. Well, hold on.
Hey, let's go investigate. I don't detect any ambushes. We should
Yeah,
be good.
I see nothing. Well, I'm just saying though. All right, so this line of fire, how wide is this burned area?
The burn area is an inch wide.
An inch wide?
An inch wide.
So it's an
The
inch
width
wide,
of
but
a
like
concentrated
meters
beam.
long.
Yes.
I'm gonna take the hover cycle off of that path. I'm gonna say something that way caused a plasma line. Maybe would that be consistent with a laser weapon, or would that be consistent with like a fucking plasma sniper rifle?
It's not something that you've ever seen around here, but I mean, it's not outside of the realm of possibility.
Guys, we gotta be careful going this way regardless. Is there anything in that direction now that we've kind of like had a chance to hang around here? Is there anything like, again, a change of scenery that way?
It is literally more of the same. It is so much grass, you can't believe it.
So much grass?
Grass as far as
Yeah,
the eye
prairie.
can see.
Now, also, how long did this fire burn for, and how long ago was it?
You sense that the fire lasted maybe even milliseconds, and it rendered whatever this was into, ashes.
Oof.
And then can I tell how long ago it was?
You see it as within 48 hours.
This smoldering pile has been here for at least 2 days.
And it's still
Fuck,
smoldering?
So that fucking bird creature thing thought we were trying to eat its food?
I think it was trying to scavenge with this fucking atomic horse.
That's bad eating.
We should just gave it to him.
Is there anything in the ashes that has survived the fire?
Absolutely nothing.
Oof. This was hot. This was hot, guys. If we encounter whatever this is that did this, behind me.
I'll be standing behind that glitter boy now.
Where's
So
Sparkle
as you
at
guys
anyway?
continue,
I'll say, I don't even think a glitter boy would want to deal with this shit.
it's super hot. As you're investigating a little bit more now, I've changed perspective, and you guys should see a small square where it's just the prairie and then everything else is dark.
Yeah.
You clarify
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
you mean
screen
on
now
the-
should be basically black. Yeah, there should be you guys in the corner. So the black just represents, knee-high grass, where waist-high grass. You can see nothing over there. But then in this direction, as you walk in, you can begin to actually see appears to be a structure of some kind. A very
Or can you say that again?
small,
Robot.
almost boat-shaped like structure is above the knee-high ground. You're able, and it looks like
Boat-shaped structure, huh?
boat.
Yeah, boat.
And how close are we? Looks like
We'll use this
under 100 feet.
this range now.
Sorry, you cut out.
Yeah, we'll say you got in one. Like the
I don't know why you've just been cutting out for the past like 3 minutes. Yeah, so like 60
Everyone's
feet.
playing video games now. Yeah, so that's the distance.
Okay.
Okay, easy. So, I will be disembarked from the hover bike at this point.
This is probably a good cliffhanger to end at.
My mind, Andy.
What?
I'm sorry.
You read Andy. I am leading towards a cliff.
Okay.
So, I being off of the bike, I'm going to start approaching this thing, with my hands up, like mean no harm, kind of thing.
I pull up the flag and I'm waving it.
Sure. All right. So you hold
I'll
the
say
flag
get
up and
behind
start waving it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and move your two guys.
All right.
How far away am I compared to everyone else?
You're nearby us.
Oh, hang on here. When the prop doing, you Ross would be a dead humanoid.
Come across a dead
Oh.
humanoid.
And since you're that close to the vehicle now, you also noticed that another dead humanoid is here, and two more are. You
Oh,
see the vehicle
fuck.
Vaporized the same way.
striding.
Ooh, that bad.
No, they have remains there that you can see their bodies. Some of them it
Ah.
looks like were hit with some kind of edged weapon or claws where they're bleeding, very messily. Others look like they were hit with some kind of, laser or even a slug thrower weapon where they've got like a perforation wound. One of them definitely died by way of a bite.
I say it looks like they failed their detect ambush check.
Indeed.
What
That's a bad day right there.
Keys or Razor,
kind
who's
of
standing right
vehicle?
next to me.
I thought I moved myself.
These guys had a
Oh.
worse day than me.
No, that is me, but I should have been moved forward. Can I try to examine the vehicle?
Sure. It seems to be, it's a little bit larger than, Sky Cycles, but it's smaller than like the large aerial transports or aerodynes that you've seen, in the coalition territory. It doesn't look like anything you've recognized, and it has some strange writing and numbers along the side.
Any happen to be Dragonese?
Oh, but the numbers you recognize, they seem to be like regular numbers.
Okay. Can I
You
hop
literate?
aboard? Depends. I'm literate in American language.
Well, they're numbers and letters that you recognize from the American language.
Well, I have basic. Wait, I think I have math. Let me see. Wait, do I have math?
Yeah, I've got literacy, so can I try to read it?
Yeah, I have basic math.
So the numbers you just recognize as it says 1349, and Razor, it seems to say NCC 1349.
Oh, okay. It's like, yeah, heck, sort of. Okay, cool.
It seems to be the designation of this vehicle, NCC 1349.
Designated number for it. Okay.
And then you see a name underneath it that says Armstrong.
Okay.
And this isn't. Is he reading that in Atlantean?
No. This looks like North American. It looks like the letter N, the letter C, the letter C, 1349.
Got it. Who's Armstrong? Anyone know?
Maybe it's one of these
No
dead
idea.
guys here on the floor.
Could be.
And try to hop aboard this thing.
Sure, no one has taken a look at any of the dead guys on the floor.
No, not
you
yet.
can go inside and you see that there are large rectangular holes kind of cut out of the side, like someone used a torch or some kind of heavy cutter to try to take some pieces of metal off.
Oh, you
Shit.
scavenged.
As you look inside, you can see that there are what appears to be chairs.
Chairs.
I radio to my teammates. What are you seeing over there?
About 4 dead bodies. Or do they appear to be non-human? They're like DBs?
You haven't investigated. You got to go investigate.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go look at this guy right here in front of me, right here. I'm going to go look at his...
I'm going to help you guys
good.
investigate, but I think it's prudent that I'm where I am in case whatever killed these people is still around.
Hold down. People show what you're looking at. Take a one. Or what was you raising?
Whoa, that you cut out big time, man. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear anything you said.
I think my headset is starting to die. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think my headset is starting to die. So,
Okay.
um,
Okay.
can you, um, so do you have like investigation, any of those kind of skills?
Yes. Killer, stop it. Fully down. I have I want to say I do
Dropped. I think Alex's headset died.
Uh,
oh, his computer probably died.
oh god.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Oh,
about
yeah.
to die.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna end it here. Like,
And
He's
we're
building
investigating,
towards it.
and
well, this is probably a good spot to end. Let's see.
No, he popped back in.
Alex.
Okay.
Whoa! I lost everything. Are we back? Hang on. I totally lost everything.
We're here.
Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
All
Okay,
right.
yeah.
Yo,
Hey, we're starting to lose Andrew. He's starting to die.
I'm fading.
I know. This is why we're going to end right now. That's why I was hoping you guys would investigate some stuff. Everybody's just caught up on the ship. All right.
Yep.
So you see the guy. Roll a d20, Andrew, and we'll make a perception check.
All right.
All right.
Where's my cursor? There we go. 7.
All right. So you notice that he's kind of a strange blue-skinned looking DB. You know, he looks like a humanoid, 2 arms and 2 legs, blue skin, white hair, kind of antenna sticking out.
Ugly. Ugly, I don't like him.
I say, who knows what the fuck that thing is right there?
like what?
Who knows what the fuck that thing is?
I don't think I know.
So,
Aren't you the one who would have the best chance of knowing?
Possibly.
No, not you. Him.
oh, Andrew. He,
I
yeah.
don't. I mean,
Yeah,
I
does
only
he
know
know
demons and
interdimensional
fairies.
portal shit?
He is neither a demon nor a fairy.
Well, that ain't
I'm gonna
no
go look at
demon nor no fairy I ever seen.
I'm gonna look at this guy over here.
I rolled lore psionics.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there are a lot of different psionic creatures out there. You haven't really heard of one that specifically has like blue skin, white hair, and antennas.
Well, then I won't roll it. No, I just wanted to see if there was a chance.
Let me search the body, see what he has on him, on this person. Like what kind of weapons, ID, anything like that.
He has a unitard that he's wearing that seems to have like a blue top and black pants.
No weapons.
In his hand, he's holding what's kind of like a, I don't know, it looks like a gun, but it doesn't have a barrel on it.
Well, I take that to I keep it just so I can like kind of figure out what it is later on after we're done investigating. Can I take it?
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So I'm write down mystery gun with no barrel. Okay. Okay. So can we search this body right here where I moved Mike up?
Where is it? This one here?
Yeah. Yep. Right there.
That one's, badly damaged and kind of sliced up and all that. And you see that that is also another humanoid. Again, 2 arms and 2 legs, with very kind of like sharp pointed ears and black hair, almost cut in like a bowl.
There's a bad haircut there.
I used to watch this. I have these old discs and an old show from pre-riffs. I think it was called Track of Stars, something like that. Kind of looks like one of those guys in there. They're really logical. Pointed ears.
I don't know if
Oh.
any of these other guys would have seen that. A lot of pre-riff stuff is hard to come by for folks like Tombs and everyone else.
The only thing I've seen pre-riffed is a Criminal Minds. I understand it's a recording of actual investigations that they went through back in those days.
No barrel. Okay, so let's look at the rest of the bodies.
Sure. So
Maybe.
the other two seem to be humans.
Oh,
They look just like humans.
does it look like a possible
Are they wearing
gunfight?
red shirts?
Yes, they are.
Oh shit.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Huh. Can we determine if like maybe it was a gunfight between the two and they killed each other?
From what you're determined and from what you can see, it looks like that they were kind of a last stand sort of thing, and that they were engaged in a gunfight with forces that were coming from this direction,
Okay.
direction, this direction, and this. And you also a couple of those same trails and streaks of burn marks through the tall grass as well.
Now,
Okay.
on the vehicle, does it look like there is the gun that would have caused these damages?
Not that you can tell, this thing is completely alien. It looks like I don't know, it looks like a trapezoid almost, and it's got kind of like weird pods sticking out of the side of it, and then it's been stripped. It's had pieces of it cut out. It looks like pieces of the equipment have been cut away or pried away in some cases.
I want to go see if the thing turns on.
All right, give
But
me
it's gonna
give me a basic electronics check at minus 50%.
Oh God.
This is an alien vessel, and you're just gonna go turn it on.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth a shot. I just have automotive. So,
Yeah, you have no idea. You look inside of it, and it is a plethora of devices and interfaces that you've never seen, even at Atlantis.
Okay. Okay.
I do have pilot aircraft, but this is probably like alien tech. That probably refers to like a more mundane aircraft.
For you, Razor 12, the closest this looks like is something the tech that the Katani would have had, who were the highest tech people on Atlantis. And for the rest of you, it looks like a tiny version of like a coalition, Aerozep kind of vehicle. It looks like one of their large carriers, but it's 20 feet long instead of being 90 feet long.
Guys, this might be like some sort of a transpo vehicle, like maybe short range. I don't know. This is weird. I don't fucking know. I don't know what's happening here. Any ideas?
I got nothing. Ain't never seen nothing
It
like
looks
it.
advanced to me.
You say that it's been stripped clean?
Not clean. It
Well-
has huge pieces of it that have all been pulled away.
I
It
do
may
know
be-
a airplane or a flying craft. There's a chance I might be able to get it airborne.
There's one thing they might have missed.
It doesn't seem to be following any of the rules of aerodynamics that you are used to.
So other than the
I
one
think you
thing,
guys-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, what I was saying is, it doesn't look like anything that you've seen before. It looks like this in the chat. And so you, Komodo, you've never known or seen anything that looks like that.
Oh my God.
Did that pick up
I
on the
have no
mic?
idea what this thing is.
You guys have no idea what this thing is. It's a Galileo class shuttlecraft, but you guys have no idea what that shit is. All right, and I think that would be a good place for us to cliffhang.
Right on.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
We got our asses handed to us
Yeah.
by pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Running out into the wilderness and got Q, the winged serpent, to beat that ass, and then you found yourself
For the
red shirts.
what they call it Androtti and those guys from Star Trek with the
Andorians, yes. So one of them was an Andorian,
Andorian.
one of them was a Vulcan, and then the others are
Well-
humans. But there are 7 squares, and you've only found 4 bodies.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, we gotta investigate the whole yeah. Okay. Wow. That was fun.
All right,
Can't
Jones.
Can't wait for the next one.
I wanted you guys to get a taste of some of the wilderness out there and get to stretch your legs, which you did, and you got a taste of the wildlife, and now you got yourself a Scooby mystery to solve.
Great gang.
A good game as
Holy
always,
shit.
Alex.
I'm Shaggy.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
this is a great game. That was fun.
Andrew,
Thank you, man.
thank you for burning the midnight, daylight,
Ooh,
evening oil.
You got it.
Get some
Yeah,
good
thank you
sleep,
so
man.
much. Thank you
Yeah,
guys.
that was a
Take care. Have a
blast.
great night.
All right.
All
Take care, man.
boys.
Thanks again.